Rowan! Rowan, please help us! Rowan!
Hello and welcome to the LPL Logitech G Esports Arena here at Auckland's Armageddon. My name is Matt Smite Ross. I've got the beautiful Jonathan Arcadian Jansen here joining me on the desk the entire night. We've got a different game coming out every night at Armageddon, but tonight, on Friday night, Arcadian, it's PlayerUnknown's Battlegrounds.
PUBG.
PUBG, that's the one. One of the most popular games in the world right now. And it only came out a few months ago, right? This game just exploded on the internet.
Oh, it's phenomenal. I mean, you talk about all the big games right now, League of Legends, all the classics, Dota, StarCraft, even Overwatch. You know, they took a while to grow up and gain their player base, but PUBG seems to have just appeared overnight. I mean, 6 months ago, no one had heard of it, and now everyone's parachuting down to schoolyard.
But the thing about that, Arcadian, is that it's a mode that's been around for a while, right? The free-for-all, the Battle Royale, has been a mod or a mode of many other games all across the world, right? You've got H1Z1, King of the Kill. You've got even a mode in Ark Survival Evolved, a game about dinosaurs, where you come in Battle Royale style, right? So players are very familiar with this, but it's an easy concept to get into, right? 100 players, parachute onto an island, last man standing, it's all good.
It's a classic. And so, I mean, you've got people just love to kill each other, it turns out. And so I think, you know, when you put 100 people in a battle arena and you've got guns, pans, pots, snipers, you know, people will find a way. And it's a classic. Everyone loves it. You've got things like, you know, Rust on the Unity engine, or the Unreal Engine, which has always been a huge success. Taking that concept, taking that proven, you know, classic game style and throwing it into, you know, what has turned into PUBG. They've refined it as they've been going because it has been a beta game or an alpha, you know, for quite a long time, and they've been refining it as they go along. But it's turned out to be a huge success, and you know, it shows by having, you know, over a million, I believe it was, active players concurrently, which is a huge feat for any online game.
Yeah, it's been absolutely insane. The development of the game is also coming along at a steady pace. One of the benefits of being in early access, right, is that you get content very, very regularly. Guns are added very quickly, and then also even vehicles have been added. There's been a motorbike in the game for quite a while now, which was added a few weeks into the game's development, right? But look, we've got special guests here tonight, but before we talk about that, before you get to know who that is, if you've never heard of PUBG, if you don't know what PlayerUnknown Battlegrounds is, we've got an introduction video for you just so you can find out what that is.
PlayerUnknown's Battleground, or commonly known as PUBG, is an action game in which up to 100 players fight in a battle royale. A type of large-scale last-man-standing deathmatch where players fight to be the last alive. In the game, up to 100 players parachute onto an island and scavenge for weapons and equipment to kill others, while avoid getting killed themselves. Players start with no gear beyond customized clothing selections which do not affect gameplay. Once they land, players can search buildings and other sites to find weapons, armor, clothing, and other equipment. These items are distributed throughout the map at the start of a match, with certain high-risk zones typically having better equipment. Killed players can be looted to acquire their gear as well. Players can also acquire healing items to restore health lost in battle. Every few minutes, the playable area of the map begins to shrink down towards a random location, with any player caught outside the safe area taking damage incrementally and eventually being eliminated if the safe zone is not entered in time. On average, a full round takes no more than 30 minutes. At the completion of each round, players gain in-game currency based on how long they survived, how many players they killed, and how much damage they dealt to other players. The currency is used to purchase crates, which contain cosmetic items for character customization. Will you be the last man standing?
And there you have it. That is PUBG in a nutshell. Now, it does get a little more complicated than that, all the strategy involved. But we'll see all of that play out tonight when we get into the squads mode. Now, look, we've got special guests tonight. I mentioned them before, but it is none other than Viva La Dirt League, popular YouTubers who do create a lot of YouTube content based on PUBG. Like, these guys have blown up globally as well.
I think, it's a testament to, it's quite funny, they're doing PUBG tonight. We're talking about how it's a game that's exploded globally. And it's funny because Viva La Dirt League have also sort of exploded globally recently. In the last sort of 12 months, they have established a giant following on Facebook. They've got over 400,000 followers or likes, I guess, on Facebook. Their YouTube is doing phenomenal, and it's just down to, I think, the global appreciation for that kind of Kiwi humor. They do a lot of different series. PUBG is part of it. They also go through Epic NBC Man, which a lot of you have probably seen before floating around Facebook, where they explore the,
Yeah, I mean, all the way back has been their StarCraft parody music videos. That's where I started watching. But look,
The music
if you
videos?
haven't heard of these guys before, there's no better way to show you than one of their videos itself.
Rowan! 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 Please help us! Rowan! Revive us!
I can't come and revive you. No, I can't.
Rowan, we're gonna die!
The reason he hasn't killed you is to try and bait me out.
Honestly, he might have been watching for a while, but he'd be bored now. Please!
You're too exposed.
Stop being so selfish and come and help us!
No, I'm not being selfish because if I come out and revive you, we all die.
Stop being so selfish, Rowan! You just want to take all our stuff!
I'm not being selfish.
Rowan, we're gonna die! We're gonna die, Rowan!
I guarantee you, if I come out and try and revive you, then he'll kill me.
Rowan, stop being such a pussy! God damn it! God damn it, Rowan! God damn it, Rowan! Rowan!
Fine. Here we go. Fine. I'm gonna walk over to you.
Quick, I'm nearly dead. Come to me first.
Quick. Revive you. Here we go, like this. And I'm starting. And now that I'm nice and still, he's going to shoot me.
See, it's fine. He's gone.
One more game?
One more game.
Okay. Yeah, I'm ready.
I'm ready. Let's do it. Ready up.
And there you have it, one of the most common occurrences in the squad mode of the game. I've been in that situation. Ark, I'm sure you've been in that situation as well. Everyone's been that guy, hiding behind the rock, wanting to res his mates, but then in the end, of course, the sniper just gets him in the end anyway.
I think it's one of those things, they do such a good job at taking the gaming experience and showing, I love those guys, all their videos are super good, and I think most importantly, relatable. We've all been there.
Look, we're not going to wait you guys, make you wait any longer because we do have Viva La Dirt League here, and we're going to show them to you right now on the stage. Dwan is going to bring Viva La Dirt League out.
Good evening and welcome here. Thank you very much to Arcadian and Smite. You'll hear plenty more from them. But of course, welcome everyone here. Welcome to everybody else that is just pouring into the arena. This is the LPL Logitech G Esports Arena. Plenty of action all weekend long. But of course, like the boys are building up to, this is going to be a big one. PUBG with the fan favorites, the Viva La Dirt boys. I can't wait to watch them go. Everyone at home as well, I know you guys are tuning in. For those that couldn't get down here in Auckland, you guys are ready to jump into the game against the stars that are Viva La Dirt. So, Alan, Adam, Rowan, known as Viva La Dirt, let's welcome out into the stage. Round of applause, ladies and gentlemen. Boys, good to have you along. Obviously, big shout out to everyone as well who are in the audience. And of course, everybody that is at home, they can't wait for this. Thanks for being part of it, of course. But first, I'll come to you, Ron. I want to know, you're wearing the white undies tonight?
No, damn it. I forgot.
No?
Are we supposed to? Did I miss that memo?
Hey, everyone at home was watching that. We saw it up on the video. So, of course,
I'm surprised you're
for everyone
not
that's tuning
naked
in,
right now, Ron. I'm surprised you're not half naked right now. Here we go. No, okay.
And so everyone at home, tell us a little bit just quickly how you guys came about as a trio, how it kind of kicked off, and obviously it's exploded.
Yeah, so Ryan and myself started off with a few other members a few years ago. Started doing it. We saw there's a large niche in the market when it came to StarCraft parody music videos with featuring a large boy band. The internet was lacking in that department, so we decided to really just tackle and go for that niche 100%. And it was just a natural evolution from that. We realized we were all actors and filmmakers and started making skits. Got Adam on board, and it all kind of grew in about the last year and a half or so when we started making Epic NPC Man and more recently the PUBG skits.
Oh, it's absolutely amazing. And of course, you guys will also be down here at Armageddon. For those that aren't here tonight, you guys will be signing some autographs, not only tonight, but also tomorrow if they're down here at Armageddon. So you are not missing out. But before we get into PUBG, one of your most recent ones, Wiggle? Wiggle?
It's one of our
Is that going to happen right now or tonight, or we got something happening?
We'll be wiggling. Yeah, absolutely.
There it is. There it is. Round of applause. There it is. All right, awesome. Hey, of course, guys, there's people at home that are going to need to know the password to jump into the game against you guys. And, of course, you guys have special VIPs that are going to come up and play against you into these exclusive gaming pods. So,
are you going to be doing a different password for each?
Same password for everyone that is at home. So why don't we welcome up, you guys might want to pick 5 of your VIPs that want to come up here, get involved, jump into the stream with you guys now. So I'll let you guys welcome up a few of your fans and introduce them.
Have we got 5 people? Chuck some hands up, guys. You can't do it, Jonathan. Okay, come up here, guys. Come up here. Have we got have we got a duo? 2 guys.
How many people?
Well, 5 people. Come on up then. Okay, 4 people.
And then, let's go back here. Yeah. Far in.
On the left. Yeah, come up to us.
Yeah.
We gotta have one, guys.
Oh, yeah. We can only have one of you guys.
Okay, guys, just quickly
on
to the
here,
camera,
guys.
guys, just come across. We'd like to, obviously, congratulations, obviously, the guys that got you here for Viva La Dirt. Welcome to Armageddon, welcome to the arena. Obviously, what's your name, mate? Do you want to tell us who you are?
Oh, in Luffy.
Fantastic, and obviously along the line, who are you, mate?
Insane Punk.
You take the microphone.
Insane Punk.
And where are you from? Just obviously give us a big shout out. Everyone at home might be watching, some friends, some family. Tell us your name and gamer tag and where you're from.
Oh, my name's Brandon. Gamer name Insane Punk from Auckland. Long-time follower of these lads here.
Awesome.
I love this. This is good.
Oh yeah, had the shirt for a while now. It's a bit faded. Need a new one. Yeah.
All right, and who else we got on the stage ready to jump into some action?
I'm Holmium, and I'm here from Auckland as well. So, ready to get going.
All right, well, welcome to the party, gentlemen. And yourself, mate?
King McKay, we're both from Palmy. We just drove up to see these guys.
Palmerston North. Big shout out to everyone at Palmerston North watching. And who we got here on the end who are going to enter into the arena very shortly?
I'm from Korea.
Awesome, man. All right. So, ladies and gentlemen, we'll let you guys go to the pod. We'll let the Viva La Dirt boys jump into it. Everyone, tune in and let's get into some action.
And there you have it. We've got some VIP superstars in the form of the players chosen standing in the pod by Viva La Dirt League. And I guess those guys are playing too. Come on. Okay, look, these guys from YouTube, it's pretty awesome to have them here. I've been a big fan for quite a long time as well, so it's actually really cool to see them in person.
And it's cool to see that there's fans here who have traveled all the way from, I think, Palmerston North with their Viva La Dirt merchandise on. Like, as a content creator, that must be the coolest feeling to know that, you know, your fans are coming to see you, support you, and now they get to play against them. And, well, I guess we're going to see how that works out.
Yeah, I mean, we are creating the lobby right now. If you are playing from home, of course, the password into the lobby is thepan99, all lowercase, all one word. That's how you get into the lobby. Of course, it couldn't be any other password, could it? The Pan, one of the most powerful weapons in the game.
No, it's how you get into the lobby, and it's also how you get into the Hall of Fame, or the Pan Hall of Fame. I mean, those are the best kills in PUBG, I think, come from that one weapon, and so...
Exactly. So, of course, Arcadian, the first round of tonight is going to be your regular old squads, teams of 4 in a big free-for-all, up to 25 different teams playing out for that top spot. But later on tonight, talk about that a little bit more, is going to be the special zombie mode, where you have a team of survivors playing against everyone else. Everyone else in the game, up to 96 players, are going to be zombies, trying to take down the 4 human survivors. That's going to be nuts.
Yeah, it's going to be pretty tough, but I mean, look, we're going to get to see if Viva La Dirt's YouTube fame or social media fame also equates to their PUBG skills, and see if it's as high, as good, or if they're as talented. And it will be, it's always fun. I can't wait for the special events, but for now, I mean, we're going to be kicking off. I think it's, we've got the online lobbies being built right now. We've got the 4 teams, or the 2 teams with 4 players each, sitting in the arenas right here today. And I mean, I'm looking forward to seeing it kick off.
Yeah, of course. If you are searching for that lobby, by the way, I did give you the password, but the name of the server is also Armageddon with VLDL. So it should be the only Oceanic custom game server. I haven't seen any other ones personally, but that's how you find it. Armageddon with VLDL. Password thepan99. And that's going to be the password for all 3 games tonight, with similar lobby names as well. So should be easy to find. If you don't get into the first game, there's always game number 2, which, like I said before, it's going to be zombie mode. But we'll talk about that once we get to that game. But this game specifically, right? You mentioned their YouTube fame. Are they really going to be up to par with how famous they are? I talked to Adam just before, and he told me the secret strategy is that they're actually really good at the game.
Really, well, see, this is the thing. Not a lot of people know this, but Rowan actually streams PUBG constantly, all the time. One of the VLDL members, and so I see him all the time on Facebook posting up about how he's streaming, playing, and he's always playing PUBG. So I'm expecting big things out of Rowan. Alan and Adam, I don't see playing as often though, and so we're going to see. Maybe we're going to see a carry. Maybe there'll be Ron will be having to put them on their back, or maybe we'll see, similar to their skit. Ron's going to be the one left alive, and they're all going to be blaming him for being a bad teammate.
That's it, right? I mean, as much as we're joking about that sort of thing right now, every team does need a shot caller, right? You do need a leader to tell you, hey guys, we're dropping school tonight, or hey guys, let's chill out a little bit, not be too brave, go to Georgie, somewhere far away. But look, someone does actually have to take that leadership role. And look, you mentioned it, Rowan does stream more than the other guys, so we know that he plays the game a lot. Maybe he will be the shot caller for his team.
It's a good point. I can see where you're coming from. Now, the problem is, if you're a long-time VLDL follower and you see the characters that Rowan plays and all of the different skits, you can sort of get a feel for his personality, and maybe Rowan wouldn't be the best person to follow orders from.
But he's the manager at Playtech, right? During the board series. So look, if there's any team leader role there, it's that one, right?
Yeah, but is the Playtech universe that he's in, where he's the manager, a successful business?
Well, look, they've been staying open. Apparently they are busy enough to stay open all night. In one of their skits, Rowan has them staying like 2 a.m. or something.
But they also have the ability to be on Reddit for 24 hours without noticing any customers.
Have you been on Reddit before, though?
Yes, I have.
That's kind of what it's like,
yeah,
right?
Yeah, no, I'll give
They probably
I'll give them that. That's fair.
Probably were customers, but they didn't notice, right? Like, it's pretty crazy. But Rowan's okay. So he's the manager in the board series
yep.
at the Playtech store, the fictional Playtech store in the series. But then you go to Epic NPC, man, and I don't think Greg the Garlic Farmer is much of a team leader, right? He kind of just.
But he's the voice of reason. Greg the Garlic Farmer, played by Alan, he's the guy who knows. He actually questions the logic of things, and he's like, what's actually going on? Where Rowan's just, morning. Nice day for fishing, ain't it?
Well, at least he's single-minded, right? Like, he's got one idea in mind.
He's got an objective, that's true.
And always knows what to do.
We know from professional play and from all esports, objective-based play is the way to victory. And, I guess we can give him credit for that.
So expect to see, okay, so if Rowan is the team leader, right, you can expect them to be dropping out on the coast somewhere and going for some fishing. I mean, Otherwise, it's going to be, look, we're going to be up all night, but look, there they are on the screen there.
They
Our
look like
stars.
they're taking it. They're really serious. I haven't seen them this serious in quite a long time. I think they're really getting their head in the game, which is good to see.
Well, that's the thing, right? How are they going to play, right? Because as much as we're hyping this up, it is a bit of fun in the game tonight. So who knows? We might see the 4-man Pan squad coming out from Viva La Dirt
Oh,
League.
I would love to see that. I was just thinking the same thing. If they ran 4-man Pan, we should start a hashtag.
Well, I mean, like, the 4-man Pan.
Hashtag 4-man Pan.
Yeah, that's beautiful. That's cool. So look, guys, are we going to see the 4-man Pan squad tonight? Are Viva La Dirt League going to take it super seriously? Is Greg the Garlic Farmer going to be the team leader after all? All this and more after a quick 2-minute break. Thank you for sticking with us after the short break. Look, we are still making the lobby. Again, if you are looking to join from home, the lobby is called Armageddon with VLDL, and the password is ThePan99. All lowercase, all one word. Look, Arcadian, it's a really hectic night here tonight. It's good to have so many guests coming in, even on Friday night. Not the most popular night at Armageddon. Saturday usually tops that by a mile. But look, we've got a lot of people coming in, a lot of people interested in joining the game.
Absolutely, and you got to consider online as well. Friday night is a fantastic gaming night for a lot of the gaming nations out there. And so, I'm hoping we're going to see heaps of online participation. And if you are looking for the game, the Pan99, all lowercase for the password in the Armageddon Oceanic Custom game. And please, if you've got a couple of friends spare, jump on 4-man Pan. Represent the panel team. We want to see that happen.
The panel team, I got it, cool. But look, in any case, we've got Dwan down in the crowd with all those people that we were just talking about. Let's see what it's like down there.
Yeah, thanks, boys. It is absolutely awesome down here. Night number 1 here at Armageddon, of course, and the action not too far away for everybody at home in PUBG. But of course, some of the very best already here. What's your name?
I'm Robin.
And who we've got behind here?
Adam.
We've got Adam and...
Beryl.
And where are you guys from? You guys from Auckland? You guys come from out of town?
We're from Auckland. Yeah, we come every year though.
And are you guys Viva La Dirt fans, Armageddon fans? You're just kind of checking out the action, or?
Oh, Armageddon fans? Yeah.
Well, you guys look sensational tonight. Thanks for being here, night number 1. Give a wave to everyone at home that can't be here. Come down tomorrow. We'll head it back up to the boys on the desk.
a few cosplayers in the crowd as well. It's always awesome to see, but look, that's only 3 of them. Only 3 of them because there are thousands coming through Armageddon. Honestly, it's just great to see every single year. Especially great to see them, VLDL fans, in the crowd as well here to watch the game.
Wearing their merch as well, it's always good to see. One of the best feelings as a content creator is to have that, the fact your fans support you, not only on a like and subscribe and share level, but also, supporting them, because it costs a lot of money for these guys to do what they do and a lot of time and sacrifice. So it's great they do that.
Speaking of costing a lot of money, those suits could not have been cheap, right? Like, just seeing that's some good cosplay right there. Like, honestly, it's great to see that how keen everyone is at Armageddon. Everyone's so excited. It's the one time a year that all the nerds get to come together. Everyone gets to come into I use the N-word, that's right, nerds. Look, these guys don't get an opportunity to come together quite as often, especially cosplayers, right? Like, look, they're coming together all here over 1 week, and I know people that come every single day, cosplaying different costumes every single day.
Because it's awesome.
The dedication.
It's a rare environment, like you said, and I think it's so cool that it's becoming more and more popular, more and more mainstream, and that we can, go out there and meet each other and, see each other's interests, the games. Oh, we look at it on the screen right now.
There's more of them.
This is some awesome high-level stuff. I have a huge respect for cosplayers because they put a whole lot of effort into the details of their costume. A lot of them make them themselves, and they have unbelievable, handy craft skills. Now, I can't glue paper together, so, seeing sort of some of those costumes, it always blows my mind. Huge respect.
Yeah, it's actually amazing to see. But look, guys, you've been waiting a long time. We've been waiting a long time, but the wait is over because we do have the game ready to go to. Let's get into the first round of PlayerUnknown Battlegrounds at Auckland Armageddon. And there we go. We're getting into the game right now. This is at the Logitech G Esports Arena at Auckland Armageddon. If you're looking for us, we're at stand 104, all the way at the back of the hall. We've got one of the biggest stands. It's really hard to miss us, to be honest. But look, we're getting into it. And looking at the lobby, right, I can see there's a 3-man squad, a 1-man squad. People that don't think, of course, are cheating. They've got 4 people. But look, so it's meant to be teams of 4 all the time, but look, you can go in with 1 person if you really want to test your skill.
Yeah, he is a confident guy. He knows. He's like, man, I'll take them out just by myself. But we just saw on screen there, Armageddon with Viva La Dirt League is the lobby name. And so if you are tuning in online, you have some friends free, be ready for the next lobby to come up. But we're going to get right into the waiting area right now. We've got 65 people currently. So this is going to be a pretty hectic game to start off with. We're going to be following VLDL obviously quite closely, seeing what they're up to. There is the 3 core members, and they're playing with 1 fan. And so we're going to be keeping an eye on that squad. But what's your prediction? Where do you think we're going to land?
I mean, if I know VLDL, I reckon they're going to land School. But look, honestly, right now, all the players are in the what's called the lobby, right? Where everyone just loads in, they can practice with the guns, make sure everyone's loaded in properly, and then eventually we get to the plane, where it's going to sail across the map, over the island in a straight line, and everyone can parachute out at pretty much any point they want. You can parachute early, we can parachute late, but like you mentioned, right, where are people going to drop? School is what I said, and that's one of the hot spots, right? And that's the thing about it, right? There are a lot of areas that are quite a big focus, and there's a lot of dangers that come along with that.
Well, one of the keys is when you start off is to be able to loot as quickly as possible, right? You want to gear up, you want to get all the stuff that you can, and so all of the hotspots are where it's going to be the highest loot possibilities, the higher loot, the best chance of getting the best gear. But catch-22, the problem that comes with that is that the more gear there is, the more people that are going to be around, and the earlier or the bigger chance there is of being taken out early, which is the worst feeling you can have when you jump into a lobby, you wait for the 100 players, you parachute down, and then someone pans you in the back of the head and you're all over.
I'm like, honestly, the first person to die tonight, I mean, once you die, you're out, right? In squads, there's a chance to revive you, but if you get killed during that, you're out for the whole match. So first person that dies tonight, you can personally find me after this event, and I will give you a hug, because I feel so bad for the first person to die in the event tonight. But we should be joining the plane at any moment right now, and here is what is called the map, and you can see the plane coming out. And what's important to note is we're going to see all the parachutes coming out. And every single time I've watched this game, there has been a big spread of players. You know, they'll all go out across the path of the plane, but there's going to be people jumping out right at the start, and this is a good one. This is a great one. The first place you're going to be able to jump out is the military base in the south of the map. You talk about hotspots, that's the big one. And no one's jumping out. And this is a good one.
We've just seen our first few players
There we
jumping out
go.
on the coastline, and the plane is still heading across the map. And yeah, we are getting a very good spread. It almost just looks like they're all dropping them off.
Yeah,
as
look
they
at that.
go.
Everyone dropping down. I can see a few teams actually stacked together. That's 4 teams in the same area, right? That's going to be a lot of action really early on. But so interesting that no one is brave enough to go to the military base. That's really interesting. Now remember, once they drop, there's about 1 or 2 minutes until the first white circle comes out. And you've got to get in there eventually. Otherwise, you're going to slowly take damage until you die. But I think I can see a lot of people heading in the same direction. And correct me if I'm wrong, Arcadian, I think that's going to be the school.
I think so, and I think also that could be following VLDL. Now, having your name as the game lobby is a risky move because they're going to have huge targets on their back. Everyone is going to want to be the person who takes out VLDL Sorak.
Someone's already died. Oh no, and it's one of the players down at the Aces booth as well. So no, it's
You know
not
who he
Aces
got killed by? He got killed by the one-man team.
The one that is the
He's
one-man
the
team.
one-man
And do
team
you know
guy.
how he killed him as well? With a punch. He hasn't looted any weapons yet, and he's still got a kill. But look, other people are landing right now as we get into it. This is what I like to call the sunken city, right? Half submerged in water. You can't run between the buildings very easily unless you want to get your parkour on and go roof jumping. Now look, someone's already got one of their guns, right? And that's the most important thing to find early on.
Yeah, this is the loot stage. Everyone's going to be looking around as fast as they can, as quickly as possible, looking for any loot that they can. And those who find it early are going to be hiding, waiting, and stalking their prey.
And what you just saw there, closing the door as you go into it. This guy's waiting. He's waiting for someone to come in and take a few shots at him. I don't blame you. I don't blame him for taking that strategy, but look at that. He's going to wait a while before he
Yeah, he's going to be waiting a long
time.
time. There is no one anywhere near them. We got 2 people heading over on the other side of the area. And I think 64 alive, so 2 people have already been taken out. People are starting to loot up, getting some good gear going. Let's see if there's any more hot areas where people are going to have some conflict. Everyone's being quite careful right now.
Yeah, this is quite a hot area, right? There's at least 2 teams in the sunken city right now. And this guy, he's got his Uzi, right? Like, that's an all right gun, but you really want that assault rifle, or if you're really into getting up and close, that shotgun, right? So an Uzi is just not going to cut it. So might serve you well pretty early into the game, but you've got to get more. One of the best ways of doing that, though, is killing other people that have your guns.
That's true. And I think we might see Crazy Luke just started to spectate. He's about to spot some enemy team members here. And I think he's taking fire, keeping down. The other team is in a bit of a pickle. He's red. I think he's being healed up.
Yeah, not a lot of shots going on right now because, of course, you mentioned this before. It's the looting stage, right? Everyone's going to start looting, and it's a big map, right? You're not super likely to see too many people in the same area. A lot of people like to spread out, and anyone that does land in the same area is usually taken out pretty quickly. But remember, as that circle shrinks, you can see it in the bottom right-hand of the screen, that 3 minutes and 17 seconds until the circle is going to start closing in on everyone. And then once it's closed, another circle appears, and eventually there's just such a small area, only one can really survive.
And that's actually, talking about the circle, I think that's one of the really leading aspects that makes PUBG such a fantastic game aspect, and it's really contributed to its success. I mean, we see a lot of other games that have been this type of battle arena, deathmatch type format, and you always get to the problem where you've got 3, 4, maybe 2 people left, and they're just hiding in opposite ends of the map, and the game never ends. And the great thing about the blue circle is that it just manages to push everyone into the same zone, and it always keeps the action going. Like, look at this spread here. It's massive.
That's a big spread, yes, but what's more important is that circle. That's in the top left of the map. Usually you see the first circle pretty centralized, and it's a big map, but look, honestly, that's a pretty big distance for a lot of players to go for. But standing by, we've got Dwan, who's going to be with VLDL.
Adam, talk me through what's happening out here. Obviously, the Precious building here, there's a lot going on.
I literally just found a good gun. I am a big fan of the UMP, which I've just found, and I'm super stoked about that. And I have an AKM as well, which I'm good. Yes.
Do you feel any pressure, though?
I am feeling pressure. Because we don't have any of our key bindings that we usually use, I feel like a bit of a noob at the moment.
And what's the strategy? Just obviously stay alive?
That's basically the strategy. Maybe, guys, could we actually just like hide in a bathroom for a while?
Do you want us to just hide in a bathroom? I feel like on a live stream, that's just not a good strategy.
Yes, morning. Nice day for fishing, ain't it? That's all I got. That's all.
All right, boys, very intense in here. We'll get back to the action and to the commentary.
The strategies of Viva La Dirt League right there. You've got Adam, who's worried about down to the micro play with his keybinds. Then you've got Alan as well, who's saying maybe we should just hide in camp. And then there's Rowan, still worried
Rowan.
about fishing.
Yeah, bro, I told you this would be this is the inhibitor for Viva La Dirt League, is the fact that anytime, you might be taking fire, Rowan, get down, we need your help. And that's all you get. That's the only response you'll ever get from Rowan, which is a bit of a letdown for Viva La Dirt League, which is why I think maybe they should take Adam's advice and just hide in the bathroom.
I mean, look, that was a really accurate Balin the Fisherman laugh.
Thank you.
So
thank
I'm
you.
really impressed by that.
I'm an impressionist.
30 seconds, Arcadian. 30 seconds until that circle starts to shrink. And remember what we saw before on the map, right? The circle is quite far away from a lot of players, so you've got some time to get the loot going, get those guns ready, but eventually you're going to have to start either going for a cross country across the map or find yourself a vehicle. And that's going to be really important in this map specifically, right? Because you have to run so far for the circle for a lot of players, and there's competition over those vehicles as well.
And that circle doesn't move slowly either. They need to proactively start moving. And like we saw before on the map, and you mentioned, there was a lot of players outside of that circle and a lot really far away. And so almost lucky that no one did land at the military base, because they would have had to have run even further. And so it's going to be hopefully a point of contention, see a couple of vehicles come into play, because everything always gets exciting. Hopefully no one crashes. Infamously easy to crash vehicles.
Yeah, well, I mean, look, but if you did go to the military base, right, you'd have been the only people to go to military base. So all the vehicles would have been yours.
Stacked.
All the guns would have been yours. But no one was brave enough to take the plunge, right? It's kind of like the prisoner dilemma, right? But that's philosophy for another day, Arcadian. But our first shots on the stream are ready to go. And my God, they are loud. But look, the worrying thing about this, right, is, yeah, you might get the kill there. You might take the guy out, but everyone now knows where you are.
Yes, and he's not necessarily, he doesn't have a lot of reinforcements there. There's the members seem to be revived. They're moving back out. There's a squad. I think there might be three or four members.
It's a 4-on-3.
It's a 4-on-3?
4-on-3. You can see 3 people on the minimap up in the north moving together. Those guys, though, they heard the gunfire and they bolted. They got out of there, right? You can see them just sprinting off to the north. Yes, it's towards the circle. Yes, it's safer, but you always want to get a few of those kills. We've also got Dwan sitting by with a few of the VIP players on the stage as well. Let's see how they're going.
Yeah, Minnie, obviously a bit of pressure up against some big dogs over there in the Viva La Dirt guys. What's happening?
Well, at the moment we're just surveying the area, but the pressure's high.
And you are sweating, obviously, in this nice flannelette shirt?
Yeah, I'm sweating. I should have bought like a sports top or something.
A sports top, like a singlet, show the arms off a bit. You got a bit of links or whatever?
Yeah, exactly. Should have done that.
All right, well, good luck. Keep going hard. What about you, mate? What's happening over here? Looks like a bit of pressure?
Yeah, we've got some people we think might be in the building because we had some open doors, so we're just trying to check it out, see if they're still in the building or have moved on.
And you're just trying to stay alive here, or are you going for the Viva boys, or what's the strategy?
We're probably going to be in the end game, so we'll stay at the end game and then try to kill them for the chicken dinner.
All right, good luck. We'll back to the guys.
All right, there you have it. Strategies from one of the other teams up on the stage. And look, I mean, you're getting sweaty, but maybe it's because someone's up in your face with a microphone trying to interview you while you're playing a highly intense battle royale. So there's the added pressure of playing on stage, right? All eyes are on you right there, and you've got to communicate. You've got to be on the ball in this sort of game. And
it's interesting to hear, when Dwan's talking about strategy, they're also just trying to stay alive. And I think, Viva La Dirt is trying to stay alive. And I think that's pretty important to note that, when you're in a map with, 54 other players, it's still early in the game, everyone's sort of finding their positions and holding down their different areas. That is a core part of the play. If you play too, over aggressively, then you can end up getting knocked out real quickly.
It's a stationary wiggle right there. Like, no one's ever going to hit this guy. No one's ever getting that guy. Wiggle, wiggle, wiggle.
Young Spooky's been watching the Viva La Dirt videos. He knows what's up.
Yeah, we haven't seen too much of these guys just yet, but eventually, if they're good enough, of course, we'll catch them near the end of the match. We've already seen about 12 people already eliminated from the match, and these can be people from multiple different squads, so technically every single team might still be in it. Now, I want to talk about the positioning of these guys, and that guy's doing the vertical wiggle, I've got to call it, but they're just on the edge of the circle, right? And actually, I can see on the Viva La Dirt League screen, just peeking because I'm screen watching, they've got a vehicle.
Well, and I think that's an important thing to note, is that a really effective strategy can be when the circle comes in, you want to be just inside the edge and you want to be on the high ground because you have other players rushing in to try and keep inside that area. They're going to be vulnerable, and you're going to have the correct positioning to really be able to take them out. And so holding the church, it's a great idea. It's a good strategy. Are Viva La Dirt League stuck in the bathroom going to get caught out with that? We'll find out.
Yeah, I mean, look, that's another strategy as well. I mean, look, camping, it might be looked down upon a little bit, but it can win you games, or at the very least, it can get you one kill until eventually you do actually have to move for the circle. That's, again, another benefit of having the circle in this game is it does prevent camping. I mean, to a point, because you can camp within the circle, but eventually you're going to have to make a run for it. And look, players, you've had your time to loot. The circle's about to close for the very first time.
Oh no, we got one straggler.
Oh, one straggler. I don't think he's going to make it. He must have been left behind on the road trip. His squad rocks up. He's like, "Let's go shopping," and he gets left behind.
Yeah, no, the team didn't really have time to wait around and revive him, I think, and so he's just gonna wait out there and die alone, which is unfortunate, but it's one of the things you have to do for the greater good. Leave one man behind. Unfortunately, unlike VLDL doing the honorable thing they're mentioning, I think they're feeling a little bit of pressure because they're on stream, and so the event's about them. It's VLDL, they're on the signs, and so they're trying to play the honorable game. Instead of I'm sure unlike the camping they'd usually do.
They usually do, right? But look, I don't think any of them have actually died just yet. And of course, that guy down the south, he's likely going to die. But another thing is that you can stay outside the circle for a small amount of time. And if you've got healing items, you can stay out of it even a little bit longer. You can see these guys here, Jiggly, the guy that we're watching right now, and he's around with his mate too. They've got a position, high ground, trees for cover, and just on the edge of the circle. So they can catch in any stragglers coming in from the south. Remember the plains path at the start of the game. That's important to remember too. It went from south to north. So you're going to be catching the guys coming up from the south, which is where they're facing. They're keeping their eyes there to make sure they catch anyone. And I think I see someone from another team actually running towards him. He might be in for a bit of a shock.
And moving across, we see Gaidra actually, and that's not the real Gaidra.
It's not the real Gaidra.
I don't think that's the real Gaidra. The Call of Duty Oceanic player.
There he is.
There he is. That's why we know. But it's interesting to see what sort of, you can see all the players coming in, quite a bit of action going on. 48 still alive.
So one of the kills that we just saw in the kill feed, right, someone got killed in a vehicle with an explosion from the car, right? You can actually, your vehicles aren't invincible, right? You can shoot them down, eventually they're going to blow up, and if you're still in them when they blow up, I mean, it kind of works like real life, right? You die.
How common do you think it would be to explode your own vehicle from poor driving?
To be honest, it's not as rare as you think, Arcadian. It happens, and if anyone's going to do it, it's going to be Viva La Dirt League, I reckon. Probably because they're fun guys. They want to take the fun way of taking games down. Look, oh, there's a guy there. It's going to be a gunfight, and man, he's stuck up on me right now. But I think he's a player just by himself, and so there's not a lot of opportunity against Viva La Dirt League themselves.
And they're positioned really well. They've got a nice spread around the individual. We're following Footman right now. I believe that is Alan. And I think they're just locking down the building, and they're going to get ready to storm in and dominate that area.
Yeah, we've got Skizzer. This is the man taking on the team of 4, Viva La Dirt League themselves, +1, of course, for the 4-man squad. But this guy, he's locked up inside a building, so he can survive for a while. But eventually, Viva La Dirt League are going to say, we want your loot.
Here we
coming
go.
Inside.
Coming down the stairs, he sees them. He's in trouble. They know where he is.
There's a pan on the ground, man. Just grab it now. He's also only got 5 ammo for his gun right now. That is not enough to take them down. They're storming him. They're going to try and go for it.
He's running away.
Shotgun. He's out of ammo. He's got to grab that pan and go ham. Because no, he's actually got more in the bank, so he has reloaded. Can't actually see that.
He knocked out Sora and Footman.
Whoa.
He needs to take the pan, jump over the ledge, and just hammer it.
Oh, he's going for the nade play. He's thrown it down. What type of nade is it? Is it a frag? Okay, we can't quite hear it. No, there it is, the frag. I think it tagged a few of them. It downed them, I think. But look, they're going down the stairs with the downed members of Viva La Dirt League. He hasn't got any kills just yet. But Skizzer, this is one guy against 4.
And it's not looking good for Viva La Dirt League. He has definitely caused a lot more trouble than we possibly could have thought. He's coming in, and it's all over. Viva La Dirt League proved too difficult on the day. They came out victorious with Adam, or is it?
You mean with the 4-man advantage?
Well, you'd think so. But he took out 2 of them at once, grenade down. I think, honestly, if he used the pan, he could have been a little bit more successful.
All right. The boys have just been in a bit of action. And once again, we've got Dwan to go check out how that action went down for them.
Rowan obviously heating up in here. Plenty of action on the stream. Everyone loving what you guys are laying down.
What's it? Sorry, I didn't hear that. Say again.
I said the stream is going off at home and people are loving what you boys are laying down.
Cheer, boy.
You got anything to say to them at home watching?
I want to say that I'm normally way better than this.
Well, what's happening tonight then?
I'm just struggling to get used to these controls because it's just a different setup.
All right, there's a lot of action. We'll let you guys jump into a bit of a heavy situation going on back in the action.
All right, we're back into the game once more. And these guys, I think Rowan is... I think he wants to meme a little bit every time he gets interviewed because, sure boy.
Look, Rowan is a true gamer. He is a true gamer. And you know how I know that? Because as soon as we start questioning, Rowan, why did one man manage to take out 2 or 3 of your 4-man squad temporarily? And he said, my controls are bad. He instantly blames the keyboard. He's playing on like the top line. He's got Samsung curved monitors. He's got the Logitech, Gear keyboard, mouse, the best stuff you can have as a gamer. And instantly you put the blame on someone else. I think that we might have them.
True gamer.
A true gamer. That's exactly right.
True gamer indeed. But now look, circle has closed. In fact, the second circle is just about to close as well. We're down to a very small portion of the map right now, and it does get smaller again. And look, Viva La Dirt League, despite having a bit of a struggle against that one dude, they still have all 4 members right now. And here is where things start getting serious, right? You've got to start hiding. And these guys, I think they've just come out of a bit of a gunfight. There's actually one happening kind of behind them, or actually rather in front of them, right? There's a bridge coming up that leads into the circle, right? A great spot to bunker down and just shoot anyone coming in.
They've got quite a bit of crossfire coming across though. These guys.
Oh, there he is.
Oh! He's having a little bit of difficulty taking him out.
He's so low. He's so low. Look at this guy. One more shot, but the wiggling kept him alive. But look, he's come around for another angle. I am Jaco. Gets him in the end.
We've taken him out. All right. Circle coming in again. You just see right on the edge there. Now, you can also see the players alive. We're down to 31 left. The killing is getting faster and more frequent as we head in and as the circle gets slower and the density of players is starting to lower down a little bit. And so it looks like hopefully we're going to see a little bit more action very shortly.
And we just saw an Adam screen. He's been eliminated, unfortunately. Rowan probably didn't resurrect him, going for that kind of play. Not brave enough, just like in the video. But look, again, these guys camping the bridge. And I like this kind of camping, right? It's strategic camping, but they're not invincible, right? There's a whole field behind them where they're vulnerable. And speaking of vulnerable, that guy's down.
He's gone. This is turning out to be a great position for these guys. I mean, that's the second person they've taken out.
Oh, wiggle boy. Oh, he didn't wiggle. He didn't wiggle enough. He does have the pan covering his backside, but look, he's quite vulnerable right now. But if his teammates aren't greedy and they can get over to him, they can actually resurrect him. But again, he's out in the open. How do you stand still for 10 seconds without being shot while you're resurrecting your teammate? It's just impossible. You've got to crawl to cover first.
It's pretty tough, but it looks like he is managing to crawl to cover. And it looks like his teammate is going to revive him there. But it's still going to be, we've got now 2-on-1 in this area.
I believe that was a smoke grenade, and I am correct. So smoke grenades are pretty crucial later on in the game, especially as the circle is massively small, can provide just distractions. Oh, look at this. This is a crate, right? He's killed a player. He's claiming his victory prize, the all-desired loot. Looks like he didn't get too much out of it, but in the late game, it can stock you up on ammo, on healing items, on any new armor that you didn't quite get. But look, he's got to make a run for it because the circle's about to close.
And now they're in a vehicle, the 2 other players remaining. They know he's there, though. I wonder if they're going to try and take him out of the
way
past.
They're going to run him over.
And they see him.
No, they're taking shots. The thing about a vehicle is you're very obvious. The smoke is pouring out. They've got to get out of there.
It's going to explode!
It's not going to explode just yet. A few more shots would have done it, but it looks like they actually survived. He had to bail, though, while the vehicle was moving, so he's lost a bit of health, but he's got him coming along on the motorbike.
JK was proving very difficult to take down. Can they get the last shot on him as he heads over the horizon, or is he off into the sunset?
I'm on the
Jaco is
highway
gone.
to hell. Off he goes. He's out of there. And he's actually on a motorbike, so he gets even further into the circle. This guy, however, Light, has lost his vehicle. It's there flaming on the bridge, and he's got to run for it. And look, a lot of the action now is coming down to Georgopol. A big city bridged by, well, a bridge across a river, right? And look, there you can see the next circle. Look at how small that gets compared to the start of the map. Few members right in the middle of it, they're probably good. They're going to start camping because that's what you got to do. But everyone else has got to make a run for it.
And you see VLDL heading in. Just Footman and Sorak, or I believe, is that Kingman? Is Adam still left alive? And so we've got, the members are still heading in, and they're heading into the town now, hopefully to set up camp somewhere. They're going to be looking at, the circle is quickly approaching them on the back.
Yeah, there it is. You can see it on the mini-map, but you're about to see it on the screen. There it goes. He's going to start taking a bit of damage, and as you can see, it's not instant death, but the more circles that close, the more damage it's going to start doing. So he's got some healing items. He'll be able to stay alive, but again, he's got to spend all of his time running to the next circle, which doesn't leave him any time to get any more loot, any time to go for any gunfights if he does get pinned down. And again, there are going to be people on the edge of the circle waiting for him to come in.
And there is, you can see as they're running towards, they get into the inner circle, they're actually approaching another team.
Oh no. This is good, but they're on a buggy right. Very big, very obvious. And look at this guy, he doesn't have any cover at all, but look, I don't know whether it's by precognition or not, but they've turned around and gone out of the path. They're moving up a bit north away from other players. People at Dirt League, they're going to struggle to get into the circle, but Holzy95 has made it in.
They have to keep going quickly to get back into the inner circle, otherwise they're not going to be able to stay alive.
All right, the action's heating up, but we've got Dwan with People at Dirt League once more. Look, well, we'll get to Dwan in just a second, but look, these guys, Holzy95 deep in the circle, but looks like Dwan is ready to go. Okay, look, we will come back. We'll come back a little bit later once Dwan is actually ready with them. But look, okay, turns out Dwan is actually ready now.
Third time lucky, we're going to hit it to Dwan. Going for the interview.
You got to talk, like, just keep, are you able to talk? Just talk and just keep watching the game and you got to talk. Sure. No, keep your headset off so you can hear me. You good? Are we good?
Okay, oh, you guys behind me, okay.
All right, mate. Hey, obviously you're in here with the Viva La Dirt boys. Obviously, how's the pressure in here?
Oh, it's not too bad, right until my computer crashed.
And what are you doing right now? Just running, trying to get back into the posse?
Yeah. Oh, they're actually right behind me, so I've somehow overtaken them.
Is there more pressure in here, obviously playing alongside these boys, or?
It's not too bad, actually. I could probably do this on a more regular basis.
Good luck, keep it alive. What about you boys down here? What's happening? Still not too much banter as you normally hear from you guys?
Yeah, well, it's a typical VLDL strategy of just falling behind the blue and getting really awkwardly far behind and almost dying. It's kind of how our go-to strategy.
You gotta run, you gotta run, you gotta run. All right, I'm running too. Keep going, keep going.
Go, and now action is going to start heating up once more. The circle is incredibly close. 24 people alive. You can't be in the circle without enemies nearby.
No, and this is the exact example we're talking about, how this game just snowballs and snowballs and becomes more and more intense. Now, we saw before there was two players just heading down right on the coast behind the rocks. I believe it was the deported Mexican and his teammate just kind of cruising down inside the circle, which is going to be really interesting to see if they can make their way out of there.
Yeah, if you look on the minimap, right, the blue circle's closing in, and it's actually going to be past the cliff that he has to get up, but unfortunately he doesn't pack his climbing gear. There's no way he's going to be able to scale that wall, so he's going to take a lot of damage.
He's trying his best.
I think it's done for him.
No, but and even if it's not, we got Superfinch who's got the high ground. You might see him climbing around those rocks. I don't think it was a fantastic time to pick to go for a swim. But the circle is closing in with 20 people still left. We see a few hot areas coming in. There's going to be some action, and Footman is taking a lot of damage. They're going to be looking down. He's taking cover behind the rock.
He's healing, but the circle is just closed on him, just short of it. So he's in a safe area. He's taken a few shots. He's taken them almost down. But look, he's got to go back, and he's on the low ground too. You've got to run between these trees to get all the cover you can.
And he's got his teammates behind him. He's going to be looking to take out. He's not going down without a fight. Young Spooky, the Wiggler we saw before, he's on top of that hill. They do have the high ground, but this is what we're here to see. We're here to see if VLDL can perform. He's getting a little bit closer, trying to get a better shot.
Oh, they're actually taking shots at young Spooky, the Wiggler himself. They haven't taken him down just yet, but it shows that they know that he's
See in the bottom
there.
corner, deported Mexican killed Jerry G. The guy stuck on the coast.
The only other
going for
guy
a
down there
swim.
was his teammate. who did he kill? Maybe someone saw him, started shooting down, but Footman, he's still going for a few shots. Remember, he's healed up, but you've still got to take that cover. He's got some pretty good armor looking right now. That level 2 helmet, that should save him a few shots, but...
And here he comes, he's going to come up right up to Pizza.
Oh, Rambo!
He has to start firing. Oh no, unfortunately he didn't have his weapon prepped. Alan went down.
He's waiting. I mean, look, this is a classic strategy, right? You don't finish off your downed opponent. You make sure that his team comes out and tries to resurrect him. This guy, he also knows that if he pokes his head out, he's going to get shot. You can see the bullets in the tree, and he's been taken down. Pizza Winner is losing his dinner tonight. And, well...
Womp womp.
Womp womp.
All right, so it looks like VLDL all died and the game crashed. It's all over. No, I'm just kidding.
Obviously a technical issue here, guys. Remember, early access game, these things can happen. But look, that was quite an intense game from what we saw so far. And
so does the game still continue, or is that all over?
I believe it's probably over. But look, to be honest, we can still talk about it. We'll find out what's going on.
Yeah, we'll see.
Look, this game, Viva La Dirt League were actually pretty much all alive up until the end there. I mean, there was a bit of a Rambo play.
I have faith. I believe that they could have made it out of there. I think so. Adam was coming in for the support. I think that if they ended up reviving that good position. Pizza Winner was just about losing. He was losing his position. And once you take those guys out, you'd be one of the final 3-4 teams.
Yeah, for sure.
Maybe 5 or 6 on the map.
There were 20 people left at that point in the game, and like you saw with Pizza Winner, right? He was hiding behind the tree. It was just great cover against the guys that you're currently shooting. But as it is in a battle royale, anyone can come up behind you. Anyone can find you. And standing behind the tree doesn't give you cover from the people behind you, which is something you always have to keep aware of.
Unless you're inside the tree, it is only a one-directional cover.
That's where Rowan would go, right? Alan. Alan would hide inside the tree, right? But look, I think that's going to be it for the first round. So unfortunately, technical issues can happen, but that was actually quite exciting, right? And the placement of the circle, that very first circle, can mean a world of difference, right? A lot of players had to drop their looting strategies straight away, and actually, just kidding. We're still
back
in the game.
in. It is back alive. 8 people left. We've missed a bit of the action, but it looks like the game survived.
Oh man, he's got a clear shot on this guy right now. He's going to be downed. Very easy to finish off. Get that kill in there. 8 people alive. Look at the circle. There's only a few teams, 2 at the most right now.
Yeah, it is looking like it is coming closer to its conclusion. I am so glad this game is back on, and we're going back into the final. You see the inner circle there. No one's currently inside it, and so there are going to be teams heading in there. Now, I think there'd be 2 leading strategies here. You're either going to rush into the inner circle and wait for the other left remaining opponents to try and head in, or you're going to try and set up and take them out from the outside where you wouldn't expect them to be.
I like ZGG 666. His positioning right now is actually really great. You saw him get an easy shot on someone trying to hide behind a rock. And like the tree strategy, doesn't always work from all angles. So he's got a lot of different angles to shoot from. All he has to think about is those footsteps. When he hears them, when he hears those doors opening downstairs, he's going to have to start reacting. And look, you can already see on the map, there's 2 people nearby. I'm pretty sure this guy is the only man left on his team, and he's going out for it. He sees a lot of enemies. He's going to have to take them down. You can see a tree camper. He's taking fire, and look, easy shot.
Great confident play as well. This is aggressive gameplay. He's not playing passively. He wasn't waiting for something to happen. We can just see a tiny bit on the other side of the mini-map. We've got another team heading in on the right-hand side and one other team coming in from the top left. And so we've got, it looks like 3 teams left.
Yes.
2 individuals and then one with is it a 3-man stack?
That looks like either a 3 or a 2-man, but yes, that's a 3-man stack right now. So it's going to be very hard for either one of these solo players to take the game out. But in the game like PUBG, anyone can do it. But speaking of that, one of the solo players is already taken out. ZG666 is the only man standing between the victory of the three-man squad, and there is your number one team, led by Blasphemy and Zed.
Congratulations, number one team coming in. If we take a look down the list, then we can see VLDL came on 7th. So they were the 7th team remaining. Unfortunately, they were taken out. And just above that, we saw Pizza Winner coming in number 4. So even when I said I had faith that they'd make it out of that struggle, it actually turns out that they didn't. As the game went down, the piece we missed was obviously VLD taken out. Our one-man team, number 11, we see had 3 kills. He did a pretty good job considering, he was the number 1 man.
Yeah, I mean, look, as well, the thing about your team, if all of them die except you can still play out for the rest of the match, still hide and try and get that better positioning at the end. And we saw a few solo teams actually doing that. But we do have Dwan standing by with Viva La Dirt League themselves to see how their game went down.
Yeah, there we have it. Match number 1 here at the LPL Logitech G Arena, Friday night at Armageddon. The crowd's building in here nicely, so if everyone at home, sorry to say good night, but hopefully tomorrow you can get down here. Let's bring in the Viva La Dirt boys. Rowan, come on out, talk to us, bring out the other boys. There they are, Viva La Dirt. Gentlemen,
Yeah.
so first, obviously, everyone at home, the stream was on fire. Everyone out here in the audience, it's going big. Just talk us through what happened.
Okay, so what happened is we're just getting used to our new technology and our new kind of surroundings. I just want to emphasize that I'm normally like the best in the world. Like literally, I'm known as the best PUBG player in the world. Most people, everyone agrees. Normally.
Who says that? Is that
everyone. Hey, they got it. There, thank you. Yeah.
I just want to see an official certificate or something for.
It's just everyone agrees. Everyone knows.
Okay. Is there rank?
If we took a sample audience on the stage who agrees, it's very low percent.
Can you just get your phone out right now and just look at like top rankings in the world or something? Is that?
Unimportant details.
Unimportant. But hey, obviously, round of applause, round 1, everyone here for the Viva La Dirt team.
Thank you.
Everyone at home, you know the deal. We're about to get into another match. You're not going anywhere. You're just warming up, right?
We're just warming up.
And what mode are we going to play next?
We're playing Zombies next.
Zombies.
Yeah. I've played it once on someone else's stream. Yeah. But I've never been the player. I was the zombie. Yeah.
This is literally going to be the first time the two of us have ever played it, so...
Oh, look out. But also you had a special guest in your pod, living the dream. Do you want to introduce him, bring him out? He was a special guest playing next to you guys. Yeah. Something special for him?
Yeah, we had Holmium. Holmium, do you want to come out, brother?
Holmium, hey, ladies and gentlemen, round of applause. Holmium, well done, mate. So, again, how does it feel? Game was over. I saw the pressure, the sweat coming down the brow.
It was pretty awesome, actually. I really enjoyed it.
And have you got anything to say to the guys based on their performance?
You need to sharpen up for the next round.
Wow. Hey,
that's highly aggressive.
That's a highly good deal.
Highly aggressive.
We've got a little something, though, for participating here at Armageddon on behalf of Logitech and the Viva La Dirt crew and LPL. Well done, ladies and gentlemen. Round of applause. You did very, very well. Holmium. My man. All right, well done. Okay, so obviously everybody out there, we need another 5 to join the action over here in pod number 2.
Okay, why don't we each go down and choose one person, and then I'll choose the other 2.
All right.
Yeah,
People are heading into the crowd. Hands up high. Who wants to see it?
Yeah.
Well, there you have it, round 1 of the normal squads PUBG with Viva La Dirt League. And man, there are a few hiccups, of course, don't get me wrong, but that was a great match to watch. And, Viva La Dirt League placing, 7th place with their squad, despite playing in a new environment, on new equipment. And let's not forget, the very focus of the whole event itself. That's a lot of pressure.
It is. And I mean, I think another thing you have to take into consideration is the fact that they might have changed their gameplay a little bit. It's added pressure. I mean, obviously you've got pressure playing online against some of your, idols from the online content creator world. People who have watched these guys before, it's a little bit nervous. It's not your ordinary PUBG game. Then you have the people who are here live and they're playing in the booths on new equipment as well. It's a little bit difficult. And when you're in VLDL's shoes, you are the center of the event, essentially. It adds a whole bunch of new pressure, and playing with new equipment, it can be a little bit tough. So I sympathize.
Well, we're about to throw it to something that's going to be completely new for a lot of people, even Viva La Dirt League themselves. It's zombie mode, and picking the players. Viva La Dirt League have already got their VIPs to play in the pod against them. Let's meet the new players.
Everybody, yes, we've got the Viva La Dirt boys. They have picked 5 lucky players about to go head-to-head up here on the gaming pods. Ryan, do you want to do the honours? Let's see who we've got that's going to jump into the pods.
Okay, let's introduce them one by one. Introduce yourself for us.
My name's Jared and I'm 15.
Chip boy. Okay, over here.
I'm Jono.
My man. How old are you?
20.
Chip boy. Oh, yeah, what's the game tag? What's the game tag?
Persimon.
Chip boy. Chip boy. Oh,
I'm Craig, 23, and Sergeant Max, my gamer tag.
Chip. Next. Here. Over here. Right over here. What's your name?
My name's Krishna and I'm 14 years old.
My man, what's the game tag?
Rancid.
Chip boy. What's your name, bro?
Hi, I'm Karen. I'm 14.
What's the game tag?
I'd like to keep that private.
Yeah, actually, I probably shouldn't have been doing such private information yet. Yeah. What's your street address? What's your phone? Yeah, okay, yeah, no, yeah, awesome, cool. Let's get into it.
Look, I mean, some really hot competition here. Obviously, quite a lot of younger players coming up on the stage as well. It's great to have that opportunity, meet some of your YouTube idols and play against them, because that's right, it's zombies mode this time. And you know, Ark, everything we talked about before the last game, during the last game, even a little bit after the last game, we screw it up and throw it out, because things are changing. It's zombie mode, 4 versus up to 96 zombies. Crazy.
So for those of you who don't know at home how zombie mode works, give me a little bit more detail. So we're dropping onto the map, you got 4 ordinary players, and then you have everyone else, essentially, right? This is up to 96 other players because it's a 100 cap on the map, and it is their job solely to take out those number 4 players. Can the zombies use weapons?
Zombies will drop onto the map with no weapons at all, but the hands that God gave them, right? They're going to have to go in and essentially melee the heck out of Viva La Dirt League to take them down. And you might sit there and think like, well, aren't Viva La Dirt League just going to shoot them? Well, the answer is yes. A lot of zombies, are going to be shot. A lot of zombies are going to be shot, which is, you know, a little bit sad, but there is a heck of a lot of zombies, and eventually the circle still happens. The circle still gets smaller, and eventually you're going to be in a small area with a huge amount of zombies. But we'll find out how that does all go down after this quick break.
We've lived with the idea that good is good enough. We've accepted the unacceptable, where average was just normal. But now, there is a new way. And everything will change. The uprising has begun. It's time to make good great again. It's time to be free. Be part of a new era. Join the Radion Rebellion.
And welcome back to the LPL Logitech G Esports Arena here at Auckland Armageddon, where we've got a different game every night. Tonight on Friday night, it's PlayerUnknown's Battlegrounds or PUBG. we're into round 2 with Viva La Dirt League themselves. And round 2 is very, very different because it is Zombies mode. And before I say anything to you, Arcadian, we're going to tell the viewers at home how to get involved. There is a custom lobby being set up right now. The name of it will be Armageddon with VLDL, and the password is ThePan99.
All
All
lowercase.
lowercase.
That's right.
All one word, and that's how you get to join from home. We had 65 people last game. But look, we're actually really close to getting into it. Arc Zombies mode.
That's right. And so we're going to have Viva La Dirt League, I believe, are going to be the non-zombies, the humans.
The non-zombies.
The non-zombies, the believers. And then we're going to be having the other, everyone else is going to be on the zombies team, dropping down, battling it out, trying to take down Viva La Dirt League. Now, although this is specifically a zombie round, it's not necessarily going to be that much different to last round, where a lot of people were kind of just targeting Viva La Dirt League anyway.
Yeah, well, that definitely happened quite a lot. We saw people actually following them in the plane. The game lobby is ready now, actually, so we're going to be jumping into the game pretty much straight away. And how many people? 92 people this time. We had 65 people last time, so the fact that we've got 92 players now means that that's a lot of zombies. That's 8 short of the maximum possible zombies.
That's right. So we're going to be having 88 zombies. Balin the Fisherman in the crowd. Hey, there we go.
Give us some more now.
Epic MVC man coming out in the crowd. I could hear the from here. Fantastic job. Here we see the lobby coming in. 81 joined right now. 82. The number's going up.
Yeah,
and he's practicing. We got some people practicing what they're going to be going on to into the match.
That's going to be 99% of the game right there. So of course we're in the lobby stage right now where all the players load in, they get a bit of a feel for the controls, and then eventually, now it might be a little bit counterintuitive, but the zombies actually get on the plane too, and they parachute out. So
they
they're
all sit
not
down.
completely mindless, but look at them. They're a swarm. They are an absolute swarm. And let's not remember, this is a team. It is, because it is. It's a team of
88
people.
Yeah.
So they're not in voice comms together. A few of them are sitting next to each other in real life. They can't coordinate as well as Viva La Dirt League can.
But they can go through the TSA line, obviously, to get onto the airplane. So that's going to be, props to them for that. They're going to be getting ready. I can see
can't get away.
a bit of a pregame going on. You can see this is a forecast for what's going to be going on. We got VLDL. I guess they're kind of spread out right now, just trying to avoid everyone as they can. But I'm interested to see it. This is the first time I'm going to have seen VLDL play the zombie mode, and so I'm looking forward to see what their strategy might be. Do you think that they're going to sit together as a group and possibly loot, get it set up in a situation, maybe rush to the inner circle so they can set up a camp? Or do you think they're going to be hiding around the edges of the circle as it closes and trying to avoid the zombies as much as possible?
Look, both strategies will work pretty well, but I've got to say there's going to be danger at all fronts. But to see how the boys are feeling in Viva La Dirt League, we've got Dwan once more. He's sitting by with them. Let's see how they're about to go as we get into the plane.
Let's go, what's happening? Oh, I've been looking forward to this one so much. The zombies is where it's at.
You guys have just said before, this is like the first time you played this mode?
This is the first time, and we're extremely nervous that we don't think we'll last long.
I'm looking forward to this so much, but we are definitely going to die. It's over.
So at the moment I saw the lobby was at about 92 people, so it's 3 versus, 89 other people, 89 other zombies on the stream? All I can say is good luck.
Well, thank you very much. We're going to need it.
I appreciate that. I appreciate it.
Okay, here we go. You ready, guys? Okay, go to there. And 3, 2, 1, go. I'm so excited. Oh my God, I'm nervous.
All right, we're live. Let's get into it.
All right, back into the game, and you can see the human survivors, Viva La Dirt League themselves, are parachuting out. Now, like I said before, a lot of danger at all stages of the game. Viva La Dirt League are going to be really vulnerable before they have any weapons. We could see them take it out straight away, almost, if they're not careful.
Which I'm not going to be entirely surprised if it happens. I'm not sure what about you, but I didn't think that VLDL sounded super confident coming into that one. Like Alan said, this is the first time he's playing this mode. Adam as well, I believe. I think Rowan's played it just once, and we're going to see what happens. This is going to be an interesting experience on all fronts.
Arcadian, I want to talk about the strategy that we just saw. Look at Rowan. Look at how happy he is. I know. I was talking to the guys before, and they're actually super excited to play zombie mode. Not a lot of people get to be the human survivors in this, but let's talk about that strategy we just saw. Kingman himself. he is parachuting really high up. He's trying to get as far away from the plane as possible with his parachute and try and loot as far away from any zombies. And look at this, it's actually working. When you're jumping out of the plane, as we see a few hefty stormtroopers walking around, as you parachute out of the plane, you can't actually distinguish between who's a zombie and who's Viva la Dirt League. So he can sneakily get away, loot on his own, and try and survive. I think they're going for the spread out strategy here.
And
Almost.
that's really surprising. I mean, you can see Footman, he's on the screen as well, so they seem to be going for the same location, but they took a very spread approach, which is actually quite smart, because if you looked at it from a parachuting point of view, you wouldn't have seen 3 people heading off into the distance, you would have seen individuals. And so that's very, I think that's a great play, and it's going to be pivotal for them to lasting a long time.
So what this means is that we're actually going to have a very quiet early game, right? And it's actually a 3-man team, not 4-man, so part of my mistake earlier, but that means there's even more zombies against these guys right now. 81 zombies are going to be taking these guys down, but there's going to be a long time to go for them. The strategy for the zombies right now is they're going to have to wait until the circle gets smaller and smaller, and eventually you can swarm Viva la Dirt League. Sure, search for them in buildings right now, have a look for them, try and find them, but you don't actually, these zombies are not going to find these guys for an incredibly long time. So once the circle gets small, that's when we're going to see Viva la Dirt League really put to the test.
And I think that's what we're going to see. We're going to see how effective VLDL is going to be on picking them off as the circle closes. Now, I might be nitpicking here, and tell me if I'm wrong, but up in the top right-hand corner of the screen, on the game screen, you see 84 people are alive right now. Are zombies alive?
That's okay, you are nitpicking. That's not very fair, right?
Is that an accurate indicator?
Can zombies operate a parachute? Because apparently they can.
I'd say they could. I wouldn't say they're alive. I think there should be 81 undeads. I'd be happy with that.
And what happens when a zombie dies, right? Do you call them dead?
Yeah, I would.
Like double dead?
Yeah. Or dead 2. Dead X?
Dead squared?
Yeah. I mean, that's where it would go for me. And interestingly enough, when we take a look on the full map earlier, you do see quite a lot of the zombies spreading out and actually almost fanning out from the middle there, and quite a few of them heading towards VLDL, because as you were just talking about, zombies aren't really afraid of death if they're already halfway there.
Now, here's the thing, Arcadian, and it's a hard truth to take in, but we are on stream, right? And that means a few people at home are going to be watching the stream, and they're going to say, hey, that super secret place Viva la Dirt League went, that's where they actually are.
No, that never happens.
That never happens. What? I thought Balin was actually in this game? What's he doing down in the crowd?
Yeah, well, I mean, 2 places at once. It looks like VLDL is heading towards the prison.
Yeah. You can see a few squads of zombies actually heading towards their direction. So, stream watchers, we know who you are. Again, more cosplayers in the crowd.
I don't know of any gamer who would ever stream watch. I think all of them are far too ethical to even think of such a thing. That's just not fair.
Yeah, I mean, who would do such a thing, right? I mean, you'd be getting an unfair advantage in a fun game.
If you take a look at that map, actually, the overwhelming majority of people, I think, I'd say a strong 80 or 90% of them are all heading in that direction, which is phenomenal.
So also, when you're on the zombies team, you can see all your mates that are zombies on the map itself. So if you see a few zombies heading in the same direction, you're going to start heading there too. Here's the view from some of the zombies. They're dirty little things there. You don't get clothes as zombies. Apparently everyone dies naked, or with their underwear on at least.
No, you die with underwear on.
Young Spooky though, celebrity from last match, the Wiggler himself.
Yes, that is the Wiggler. And we see VLDL Sorak sporting his girlfriend's avatar just here. I mean, you're in the world of PUBG, well, why not?
So you mentioned they're heading towards the prison. And so eventually the human survivors are going to have to find a fortress and start hunkering down. And that'll work to a point, right? You can cull out some of the zombies that do find you, but eventually you're going to have to move. And that's when the zombies are going to start striking. They can run as fast as you, but they have to melee you to take you down. So you can start eventually running away, but eventually you're going to start getting cut off, and you're going to have nowhere to go. And you don't expect it right now. You think, surely you just run away from a few zombies. I don't think you know how many zombies 81 zombies actually is.
Look, I can sympathize. I can see how thinking the prison would be a good idea, happens. I can see where that decision comes from. But if you've watched The Walking Dead, it doesn't always end well when you take up stock in a prison.
Well, as we all know in The Walking Dead, the real danger is humanity. So are we going to see Viva la Dirt League turn on themselves? No, probably not. But Walking Dead also, zombies kind of have hacks, right? Because sometimes, you hear them, they're super loud, but no one in the show seems to hear them. You can definitely hear them in PUBG. You can hear them tapping along, and you can hear those footsteps. Okay, so another thing about zombies as well, which is pretty fun to mention, bit of a fun fact in this game, is that they can't, this
not
game,
about general zombies, is this a real zombie fun fact?
Well, okay, no, not real zombies, but only in the game, right? Is that they can't open doors. They can melee them down. They can break them down. So,
really, I did not know that. So they're not. They're
so
not dexterous enough.
They can operate parachutes, but they can't open doors.
Sure. Well, maybe they can't operate parachutes. Maybe they just fall and hit the ground and they're fine because they're zombies.
Dead. Yeah, you can't. Dead or not, you still need those legs to actually run. And
you can see now the first zombies are sort of starting to approach the prison. I don't know if they know they're here, but they're going to know very, very shortly.
Well, unless they've visually seen them, that plane going overhead for a loot drop would have been too loud for them to hear it, right? So there is a zombie up on the hill above them. Remember, prison is in a bit of a valley, and right now the zombie squad is sitting up on the south above them. So they can jump down, jump into the buildings, find the doors to get in, bash them down, but there's no way you're sneaking up on Viva La Dirt League. These aren't Walking Dead zombies.
And there is more and more heading towards it. Now, actually, you can see on the map, interestingly enough, a large horde of zombies have actually taken or veered off to the south, and they're not heading in the right direction, but there is still more heading towards the prison. And as I believe the first ones start getting knocked down, they're gonna figure out where they are, and you're gonna see more and more of them head towards them.
Footman needs to get inside. There he goes, because they're in the red zone right now. And Arcadian, that means a bombardment of artillery is imminently coming down. And you might have run through it before and not been hit by it, but you don't want to be that one guy that randomly gets hit by those shells on the roof and be taken out, especially when you're one of three of humans in this game, where if you guys die, that's it, the game's over.
That's very true, and you can see on the mini-map there are some more and more zombies heading in. It's going to be interesting to see how much of this...
A zombie taken out in the red zone. Look, even if you're dead, you can still be killed by it, apparently.
This is the artillery going to be in action. I'm going to see how many this actually takes out, because they are in the open, they are exposed, and it could be very beneficial for VLDL and pivotal to keeping them alive.
Oh, one of the zombies, first contact. He's been knocked out, of course. Can't be held up by other zombies, at least I believe. But that's the danger. You come in as a lone zombie. You've got one shot. In fact, actually, you don't have one shot. You have
It was the deported Mexican. He's playing again. He's off the coastline. He was hanging out by himself in that room. And you see now, just here, they're breaking down the doors. They're searching through. Unfortunately, I don't think now, there's quite a few of them. They are going to head towards the prison slowly. It's the only major landmark in the area, and they're going to be heading towards them. And there is going to be quite a few of them. VLDL need to be ready for this.
Yeah, I don't blame them for being too out in the open here, because you'll see any zombie that comes along, you can take a few shots of them, and more importantly, you're not cornered like you would be in a building. Yeah, choke points work pretty well, but when they don't work, they break down horribly.
And you can see them coming down through the back of that building, down the cliff.
They're starting to swarm. You can see on the mini-map, the zombies are coming in. We can see them through the walls, but they can't. They're taking the first few shots. This is great. The zombie's trying to survive. You've got to swarm these guys.
Swing and a miss.
Swing and a miss. No wiggles going to save you here, Kingman.
Kingman is not moving fast enough, not getting enough backup. It looks like Sorak is definitely pulling it out. He has his back. He pulled down quite a few, dropped them.
He's turned around on almost no health, and he's actually taken out a few zombies. The ones crawling around aren't going to be any threat. There's not much point taking them out. You're only wasting ammo at that point, but damn, does it feel good.
It's about sending a message and taking them out while they're on the ground, putting them in the ground for good.
Behind you!
Sorak's situational awareness wasn't tops.
Oh man, I feel like, oh no, he's been taken out.
Kingman's down. Sorak has been knocked out with a punch. He was the last remaining member. Looks like Sorak is out.
Yeah, once you're down as a human, you're pretty much gone, right? So, look, there's one human left. Stuck up in the corner. I talked about it before. Being out in the open has its merits, but being stuck up in a corner has its strengths too, right? You can shoot down any zombies that do come in through the small areas. You can easily take them out, but you can get cornered super easily.
Yeah, now this is surprising, because I know we had Adam talking about the hiding in the bathroom strategy earlier, but I believe this is Alan still alive, waiting in that room. And I'm not sure one zombie coming up isn't going to really be able to do it, I think.
Yep, a lot of zombies are starting to swarm. I honestly don't think any human is going to be able to survive this.
He's just hoping that they don't think he's there. Hopefully they don't find him and then move on.
I mean, they could just wait outside and wait for him to run out as soon as the blue zone starts coming down on him. But they're searching this building. They're searching it hard. This is the building, the very one that he's locked up in. It's going to be really hard to take him down, but they've got the numbers. They can actually overwhelm him.
And that might be game. Yeah, there it is. VLDL Footman killed with a punch. And it is all over. 74 zombies remaining, so they are only, after all of that, able to take out about 6 or 7 of them.
Yeah, well, I mean, look, that's still a good effort, especially considering this is their first time playing the zombies mode. It's not a mode that a lot of players actually get to play, let alone the zombies, right? You have to apply to the game developers themselves to get access to this mode, and then the players hosting it actually get to choose who the zombies are. So, Viva La Dirt League, first opportunity as humans, I think they did pretty well.
I think the starting strategy was actually really great. Separating off on the jump to make it look like they were individuals, and then coming together off the high parachute down into one area where they were able to loot, pick up their different gear. I think that was a really, really strong start. Unfortunately, maybe their aim could have just been a little bit better when the zombies started to come into the courtyard.
Well, we'll find out if we do have time for another one after this. But look, I think the guys did really great, and we still do have access to the server, so we'll probably get a few more rounds at another day for sure of zombie mode because it's such a fun mode. But standing by, we do have Dwan with the human survivors themselves, Viva La Dirt League. Let's see how they went.
Yeah, welcome back here. Obviously, I'm sweating watching this. Zombie mode. We'll bring out the Viva La Dirt boys. Come back out. I mean, obviously, there's people on the stream.
That was abysmal.
How heavy was that?
That's a lot more difficult than I thought it was going to be, right?
The zombies were working together.
They were.
They're not mindless. They're not mindless. Those zombies had a strategy, and they outsmarted us in no time.
Okay, so the plan is it's just back to back. It's just going to be guns out. And that's going to be it for the game.
Man, I was just heavy watching it, but obviously, so that's it. It's back to back. What about the attire? What's going to be worn in the game?
Has to be naked.
Yeah, well, we're just going to go in the nude. I think that's what we're doing.
So we're going to go in the nude, and the players are going to go in the nude. Yeah. That's what you meant, right?
That's what they want, right?
Yeah. I think that's maybe what you guys signed up for. And everyone at the stream back home, obviously Armageddon is filling up. It is awesome out here. Just quickly, while we've got a chance to talk about, we'll talk a little bit more at the end of the stream, but tomorrow as well. So if everyone that's watching right now tonight, you guys will be back here on this this stand, which is 104 down the back end of Armageddon, signing a bunch of stuff.
We're going to do, from 12 till 3, we're going to do signings, come meet and greet, get photos. We're going to be in costume. I'm going to be Barradoon.
Yeah. I'm going to be saying, in my Balin costume, going, "Morning, nice day for fishing, ain't it?"
And that's the only thing he's going to say all day. So
I think everyone's loving it, though. Everyone's loving it. Now, do we have the 5 backstage that have just come from the zombie mode? Have we got them around? Are we able to bring them up onto stage to meet the guys?
Here they
Here we go. Well done, guys. We've got congratulations. Well done. Hey, we've got a little goodie bag to say thank you very much on behalf of Logitech and the Viva La Dirt crew. Thanks very much. Who have we got? I'll quickly chat to you, sir. We'll hand out the bags. So, how was that mode? Have you played that mode before?
Nah, never played before. It was fun, though.
You enjoyed it?
Yeah, just not enough action.
Not enough action? So, for the guys...
We'll give you some action next time. I swear to God.
We died too soon, didn't we? Yeah.
As soon as there's more than one zombie.
Were any of you guys in the crew that killed us? Damn it. So you're all out there. You're all out there.
All right. Hey, well, again, everyone here, give these guys a round of applause. Thank you very much for being part of game number 2. You guys can jump off the stage and head that way. All right. Everyone at home that's watching this, everyone out here at Armageddon, do we want a little bit more Viva La Dirt? Pardon? Do we want a little bit more Viva La Dirt?
One person does.
One or two. No, I'm joking. It is everybody here and there wants a little bit more of Viva La Dirt. So I'll tell you what. Why don't we do one more? Why don't you guys pick 5 from the crowd to jump back in the pod? You guys are going to jump back in, and we're going to do another round of zombies. So Viva La Dirt versus the world. Let's get 5. Let's bring them up.
Should we do a morning nice day for fishing off to see who the 5 are?
Sure. Yeah.
Okay. So we need the best morning nice day for fishings to see. Okay, here we go. Here's the first one.
We're the top squad in OCE.
Oh, we don't want to play you if you guys are the top squad in OC. That sounds the worst.
This is they can only punch though.
Yeah, I know, I guess.
Okay. All right, yeah.
Okay, 3.
Three, we're getting 2 more?
Okay, 2 more. Do we want to get Will? Do we want to get?
Oh, really?
Yeah. Che boy. Yeah. Okay.
Who was the name of your Is it middle name Adam?
Oh yeah. Come on. Get on in here.
All right, while Viva La Dirt League do pick the 5 new players to play in the pod against them, let's talk about Zombie Mode, Arcadian. That was intense, right? They didn't get all the way to the end. We expected the best player in the world, Rowan, to get all the way to the end, but unfortunately, they gave it a good shot. But round 2 is where they're really going to test themselves.
Look, I think it's all about a learning experience. You know, we were all growing as a team, and I think VLDL, they started off really, really strong, like I mentioned, and now they're theorizing different strategies. They tried something. It didn't exactly work out to their favor, and now I think they're going to go on with something a little bit different. I've already heard them theorizing about some changes that they might make, and so we'll see what comes out for the second round, but it could be a completely different game. And you know, I agree. Best player in the world, man. He should be taking out all the zombies by himself.
I googled it on my phone, actually, checked the leaderboards. Rowan is #1 player in the world, with the rest of the team somewhere in there.
I heard that he was the best, the 3rd best, and the 8th best.
That makes a lot of sense.
Yeah.
That explains the weird leaderboards that I saw having the same names. But getting into round 2, we're setting up the lobby again. The server name is going to be Armageddon with VLDL. The password, ThePan99. All lowercase, all one word. But while we get into it, we're throwing it over to Dwan. I think we've got our special players up on the stage.
Here we have, we're jumping back into game number 3, Zombie Mode. Let's quickly go down the line. We'll check out who we've got. We're going to jump in for VIP with you guys.
Okay, so I hear you guys are 2nd best in Oceania.
Yeah.
What's the gamer tags? Go.
My name's Muzgod on Steam. I'd also just like to take this time to shout out my friend Leo Robinson.
Leo Robinson, you?
Yeah, he's my bro.
Robo2726.
My name's Harry, not going to disclose my name.
Okay, and now we're going to move along here. And who do we have?
Honey Badger.
And do you have a gamer name?
Honey Badger.
Oh, Honey Badger.
And her name.
Do you think that's my name?
I didn't hear it, to be honest. And
Erntak.
nice, cool. You can take over.
Nice, all right. Well, there you have it. 5. We'll let you guys jump off the stage, head into the gaming pod. Viva La Dirt. Let's see what we've got. Let's see it. This is the last game on stream.
Can we do better this time?
Everyone jump into it. Can you please do better? If everyone at home will head back to the desk and jump into game number 3.
Will Viva La Dirt League do any better this time? That's right, Dwan. I think they actually will. Like you were saying, Arcadian, getting into round number 2 of Zombie Mode, they're learning from the first thing. The first thing I want to say, though, is that early strategy, straight from the parachute, I think they should stick with that.
Yep, I think they should. I think there's a couple of key things that they can do to really change it up this round. The parachute is something that you want to keep, okay? You want to keep going on the parachute strategy. As they landed, the zombies more or less had almost no idea where they were. Another key thing they can do to really increase their performance would be to sneak us a little bit of cash and us not tell the position on stream, and so everyone knows where they are. That'd probably help them quite a lot. And then also, you know, I think improving their aim a little bit. Or maybe
is that a bit of shade? Throwing at the best player in the world?
I mean, not the best player in the world. No. Rowan's, I think, you know.
Yeah, Rowan's fine.
Nice day for shooting, ain't it? And I think that's what he's got down. But some of the other members, it's hard to miss with a shotgun at close range.
Look, I mean, you're going to start panicking when there are so many zombies coming around you. You know if you miss one shot, they're suddenly going to start swarming you, as we saw happen. I feel like that was an example of the zombie swarm working pretty well together. Let's get real, right? You're not going to see that sort of teamwork happen all that often. So let's see if the zombie swarm can do it once more. Again, if you want to join from home, the server name is Armageddon with VLDL, and the password is ThePan99, because really it couldn't be any other password. But look, we're going into round number 3. It's round 2 of Zombie Mode. We did have one round of normal squads. People of Dirt League did pretty well, but again, we said it before the first round of zombies, it's totally different.
I think they want to see, I mean, everyone loves zombie mode. Like you say, don't get to play it a whole bunch. And when else do you get to run at Viva La Dirt League naked, screaming, and swinging?
Well, I mean, okay, hopefully this is the only time. Hopefully, please don't do it ever again. Unless of course, you do get into another zombie mode with
Only
them.
do it in the digital PUBG world, not in the real world. That'd be preferable, I imagine, if you want to avoid any restraining orders or travel restrictions in the future.
This guy knows how to live in a normal society.
I hope so.
Anyway, the lobby is of course being made. Getting 100 people in it does take a bit of time, but it won't be too far away. Last time we had 92 players join the lobby, which is a heck of a lot of zombies. Of course, the 3-man team from Viva La Dirt League is out for a big test. But once more, I think, yes, they want to go for that early parachute strategy, get as far away from every zombie as they possibly can. But then once they start looting up, that's when you've got to start bringing that strategy in. Do we stay in the same building? Do we stay in different buildings? Do we get cornered? Do we want to stay out in the open? And then that's all not even considering the circle.
Do they go to prison again? Do they do something that maybe no one would expect? Who knows? But just again, if you would like the chance to be able to kill VLDL while running screaming naked at them in a zombie form, then you can go to the PUBG Oceanic server Armageddon with VLDL, and the password is thepan99, all lowercase, one word, thepan, and you can get into the lobby and have your chance to find them, or hopefully not be taken out by them, and have a game. We're going to be doing this, and we've got Player Unknown Battlegrounds tonight for this weekend, and we're going to see more and more games happening. But if you want your chance to battle, then this is it. Go find the lobby, get some friends, and have a go.
Of course, tonight, yeah, like you mentioned, is Player Unknown Battlegrounds. Tomorrow on Saturday, we've got the League of Legends High School League Grand Finals for both the Premier Division and the Challenger Division, two very hype matchups. Then on Sunday, of course, we've got the LPL at Armageddon show, where we interview quite a lot of different personalities and important people in the gaming scene in New Zealand, and maybe one or two guests from Armageddon as well. And then, of course, on Monday, we've got GT Sport as well. But let's stick to tonight, Arcadian.
It's a packed weekend. We need to focus on the first step.
Well, we need to focus. I mean, look, we're talking about it, we're sweating, we're strategizing, but Viva La Dirt League are really the ones put under the pressure right now. Like we said, they don't get a lot of opportunity to play this first round just before, so it's all going to be about how much you can learn from a single round of zombie mode.
And I think they need to adapt very quickly. But you look around and you see the VLDL logos everywhere, you know, fans here with their merchandise wearing their shirts. They are here to see VLDL, to play with VLDL, and to potentially kill VLDL in Pub Battlegrounds. And so, I mean, it's going to be how quickly can they adapt. Last time we had 84 zombies. 84 zombies, and they only managed to take down about 10 of them in total. We're hoping they're going to have a better chance this time. I can see them right now. They're sitting in the booth, strategizing, talking about the different things that they want to try and do differently, how they're going to survive longer.
You say strategizing, but I'm pretty sure Rowan is just in there going, "Chur, morning," because he does that a lot. That's pretty much what he does on stream. But to find out how Viva La Dirt League will go in their second round of zombie mode in Player Unknown Battlegrounds, we'll find out after a short 2-minute break. And welcome back to the LPL Logitech G Esports Arena here at Auckland Armageddon, where we have a different game featured every night of the weekend. Tonight, it's PlayerUnknown's Battlegrounds, and we're here with Viva La Dirt League. My name is Matt Smiros. I've got Jonathan Arcadian Jansen here on the desk casting the games with me tonight. But this is another special mode of PUBG tonight. It's zombie mode. We saw the first game of zombie mode go not so great for Viva La Dirt League. They got about 10 kills, which is a formidable effort for the first game.
It was a learning experience.
Learning experience?
I'd say, yeah, they started off strong. They got into the right areas, and then they realized they made a horrible mistake and died. But I think that they learned from that mistake, and they're going to hopefully do a lot better this time. I feel like they're a little bit more ready. And props to them as well, because they could have chosen to have some extra humans on their team. In their booth, they do have more computers, and they could have had some extra players, but yeah.
Yep, well, with only 3 people on their team, we're going to get into game right about now as the lobby is complete. We'll see if we have as many players as we did last time. Viva La Dirt League once more against the world with a huge amount of zombies. This time, Arcadian, we've topped it. We're at 99 players in total. That means pretty much a maximum amount of zombies.
It does. It means it's actually probably made it a little bit harder for VLDL, which they probably wouldn't like.
Actually, thinking about it, right, because they've got to do 3-man teams, and the way the PUBG custom server works, it's 3-man teams, and 100 is not a multiple of 3. That is the maximum amount of players we could have had in that server. So thank you everyone at home that's joining, and thank you everyone that has come to the arena here at Armageddon to play live against Viva La Dirt League. We filled the lobby. This is an amazing experience for everyone involved. Maybe about to get a little bit more shaky for Viva La Dirt League themselves, as you can see, look at all the zombies. There's one human there, and this is pretty much what the game is going to look like once we get into it.
I feel like this lobby just ends up being a preview for what the game ends up being like, or at least what they hope the game ends up being like. And you can see on the screen now, these are the extra players that are here at Armageddon, coming online and jumping in the booths to have some, to have an attempt
Just in
at
case,
VLDL.
just in case that wasn't proof enough that we're live at Armageddon, there's a giant furry monster. I'm sorry if I'm not recognizing what exact character it was. It looked like kind of a wide Chewbacca, but in any case, we are actually here live at Armageddon in Auckland. We're here every day of the week, so definitely come check us out at the Logitech G Esports Arena. But we're in the lobby right now, 50 seconds to go until everyone gets on the plane. Yes, that includes the zombies too, because they will be parachuting out like everyone else.
Yeah, and like they mentioned earlier, VLDL mentioned that these zombies are not mindless. Even though they may be undead, they do definitely have real people behind them, and so they are timid enough to go on board and at least sit through the safety onboard instructor video.
Yeah, it feels like a bit of a hive mind, because I mentioned it before, right? You're playing a zombie, maybe you're sitting near 1 or 2 guys, you don't have voice communications with pretty much your entire 96-man team, right? So you look at your mini-map, you look at your map, and you see where everyone's going. You see some going in one direction, you start going in one direction, and eventually the entire swarm is going in one direction. So ideally that's the right way, but if a few zombies know where Viva La Dirt League are, then eventually the whole swarm knows.
And there's a very strong testament to that in what we saw in the last game, where almost 80% of the zombies very, very quickly after landing, all started heading in one direction towards VLDL. Not all of them made it all the way there. Some of them veered off a little bit to the south. But as we can see, we will shortly see what's about to happen.
I think one of the zombies got left on the island, the lobby island, but in any case, everyone else is in the plane, and a few zombies jumping out early. One of the zombies sticking in the plane itself. So look, different strategies. The zombies, of course, are going to be spread out absolutely everywhere. That's a very early parachute for one of the zombies there, but of course, we all want to know where Viva La Dirt League themselves are going, and here's Footman. He's going to parachute early once more. Looks like he will.
And they're all sort of spread out, quite another big spread. You can see the camera moving across, seeing all the different players and choosing the different positions.
Look at them though. This time, I swear that I saw a whole lot of zombies, knew where they were, and are now following Viva La Dirt League. They don't have that early game advantage that they had last game where not many people knew where they were. So this time, they're going to have to loot up, get their Uzis, get their shotguns, see how well they can survive the early game. But we've got Dwan nearby as Viva La Dirt League are about to hit the ground. Let's see what their thoughts are.
the on stream they want a chair, like a proper queue one.
A chair. Oh, chair. Is it?
And what's happening? Look, obviously. Oh, here, whoa. Let's get a bit serious.
Yeah. Well, okay. Look. So the plan here is to basically this time not die so soon. That's our general plan. Have we got any more plans than that? Is it?
No, that's all the plan that we had time to come up with. And I think, in all honesty, if we had more time than that anyway, that's all we would have come up with anyway.
Oh my God, there is so... I just saw over there was just thousands of parachutes coming... Not thousands, tens of parachutes coming down.
Well, just to let you know, there's 97 other zombies coming for you guys right now. So, so good luck. Good luck.
There you have it. They've got their strategy locked down. They're all in the same town this time. And looking at the mini-map, there's a lot of zombies.
VLDL promised us this round that there was going to be more action, and I think that we're definitely going to have, they're going to definitely deliver on that. There's a lot of zombies heading towards them right now, and I think, like you mentioned, the hive mind will start to kick in as well. You see them creeping in the bottom corner of the mini-map.
They're starting to swarm, but there's already a few in nearby buildings, right? People are have to be careful. Of course, they're going to hear the zombies. Zombies are loud, make a lot of footsteps because their only strength is running and punching. So they know when the zombies come, but is knowledge really going to be enough? Like, if you might know that the zombies are there, can you kill them all though? Camping in the bathroom, is that Alan?
That's going to be the one. And now I think that we're just about to see the first zombies coming on screen. They're going to know they're there. How well is the aim going to be?
Is he sneaking up on a zombie? There he goes. Getting a few shots on them. Going to take down a few zombies, but now,
Here we go.
Guess what? Everyone knows where you are. Every zombie now hears those shots from miles away. And look, they're already going for a few jumps. You got to swing at them. Taking down the down zombies is not always the best idea. It uses up some of your ammo. And of course, wastes time.
And with 88 zombies left, you're going to need as much ammo as you can get. But we've already seen more action this round with the zombies closing on their position relatively quickly. But there are so many of them coming in, and they're going to have to do something quickly to be able to take them out.
Kingman's got the right idea, just running for it. Honestly, if I saw that many zombies, I'd get the heck out of there. And you've got to, right? You've got to get away, find another position, because remember, all the zombies are going to run to where they heard the shot. If you're away from where they heard the shot, then you might survive. But look, he may have been spotted. Again, shots are going to come out. He'll take down 1 or 2 zombies here.
Now the
wait
problem
for the swarm.
is Zorak has been kind of left behind here. Footman and Kingman are very far away. And now Zorak is getting chased down. He got left behind.
Do we need to talk? I think the crowd knows what to do.
Here they come. What a great camera angle. You can see the zombies. Keep going. We need Rowan to run. Just run, Rowan. Don't turn back.
The thing is, right, you don't have to be faster than the zombies. You just have to be faster than your friend. And already Zorak has taken the attention of probably 100 zombies. The strategy here would be lead them away from your teammates. Look where he's going. He's heading straight to the rest of them.
You need to be what we call a team player for that strategy to work. But one of the VLDL members has turned around. He's trying to pick them up from the side. He is diverting the attention. He's giving Rowan the opportunity to peel off and start taking out some of the zombies.
But they're starting to get swarmed. Your aim is going to have to be on point. He's got to reload as well. That's another thing you've got to worry about. Sure, you can take out 5 zombies with 1 shot if you're a good aim. But after that, you've got to reload, and no amount of aim is going to keep you safe there. And you've got to run.
Oh, he got him. They're doing a great job of peeling off the zombies as they're moving still through position. Unfortunately, I'm not sure if one of the VLDL members is down right now. It looks like they're all still actually fine. But they need to either turn around and take out more of the zombies or get to a better position. They're all running towards the bridge now, and I think there's going to be a really good choke point for them to be able to take out a whole bunch.
I think the bridge is one of the best places to start camping out, but the one thing that you do have to worry about is, sure, zombies might focus on running across the bridge, but a few of them are going to start swimming underneath the bridge around you and then trying to surround you. That's the one thing you need to worry about. I think the run and gun strategy right now is good.
He's not focused. And the zombies take out VLDL Footman. He made the mistake of looking down the barrel, focusing on what was in front of him and didn't watch out behind him. So that's one person gone. But Kingman's found himself a Jeep.
So hopefully he gets out of the car because, fun fact, zombies can't actually hit him in the cars. So hopefully he gets out of the car at some point. But in any case, he's going to pick up his mate. They're going to drive to safety.
He's
Just
coming
a big
to pick
advantage.
up.
Get in
He's
the
going
car.
to pick up
Get in
Rowan,
the
but he
car.
won't let him in. Here we go. The zombies are hot on their tail, but they're going to get away. They're both safe, taking no damage, getting away in their Jeep, and you can see them leading the horde away. They are home free. Now they just have to build a little bit of distance between themselves and the zombies, heading back in towards the circle. As you can see on the mini-map, the circle is quite far away. They've only got 20 seconds before it starts closing in, but being in a vehicle, it's possible that they're going to knock out a lot of these zombies just from leading them in the wrong direction. This could be an extremely strong strategy.
All right, to catch all the action in Fast and the Furious and a few zombies as well, we've got Dwan on the sidelines with Viva La Dirt League.
Alan, talk us through it, mate. Absolutely. I'm tense. I'm tense.
I was absolutely just overwhelmed, mate. It was just a catastrophe. I fell apart. As soon as there's more than one zombie, my hands spasm and it goes to hell.
The boys are running and running for their lives as they should be. What are they got to do here? Just keep running?
They just have to run. Their vehicle is absolutely ruined. They have no chance. Adam is he's determined, but I don't think it's going to work out for him.
Oh, let's have a chat to Ron. What's happening apart from run?
It's chaos now. You're sticking with the vehicle. I'm on foot. We're getting dispersed. We're going to stick together. We're going to start quarreling amongst ourselves. No, you're not going to be able to make it up the hill, bro. Bro, get out of the car. Get out of it. You can't make it up the hill.
They are coming for you both. I've got to get out of here. Back to you guys.
Making a run for it. He's had to get out of the car. The fuel doesn't last forever. And look at this. You can pull your gun out, but you're going to have to stop sprinting. And then you might take out one zombie, but look at them all.
There is so many of them. Unfortunately, the Jeep lost its tires. It was going pretty slow there and running out of fuel. Rowan actually peeled off a little bit earlier. He's a little bit further up on the hill, but Kingman is the one in trouble right now. He has the huge horde of zombies right on his tail, and Rowan or VLDL Sorak seems to have got away, relatively unscathed, and Adam is really pulling the attention off him.
Yeah, I mean, this is the real team strategy here right now. You take the attention of a huge horde of zombies and then save your mate. I mean, Kingman, he might be able to get out of this one, right? Take out his gun, take a shot every few seconds as he turns around. But again, the focus is on survival. If you can't end up surviving, what's the point of taking a few shots?
That's a good point. And Rowan, as you can see, at the very tail of the zombie hive, there's actually about 2 zombies who have peeled off and are looking sort of whereabouts Rowan might be. Rowan's going to start firing on them and taking them out, but VLDL Kingman has no option but just to keep running, and he's not going to be able to stop. And if he does, he'll die.
All right, Sorak stood by to take a few shots, but remember, with a few shots comes the attention of all nearby zombies. And looking at the mini-map, everyone is starting to close in on him, and he's going to be cut off. He's going to take a few hits. He should live, but one zombie is going to intercept him.
And he needs to take him out quickly if he wants to be able to keep getting away. There he is. I think there's 2 of them on his tail. He needs to keep running now as well. And that is the absolute risk, like you mentioned, by taking those shots. Great takedown by Rowan's VLDL Sorak. If he can get the second one, he may be able to get enough distance between them to recover his position. But at the moment, it's not looking too great.
As zombies, though, you've got to play pretty greedily, right? You can't play like as a greedy play style, because you've all got to run in and put your life on the line. Sure, you might be shot, but the guy that's 20 zombies behind you, no, Sorak has been caught by a stray punch, and he's taken down. As soon as you're down, the swarm gets you. But Kingman is on the highway to hell. He's getting the heck out of there.
VLD Sorak not lasting the test of time, got overwhelmed by those zombies, but he did it so his teammate could survive. VLDL Kingman found a bike. He is on his way, heading back in towards the circle by the looks of it. And
the military base.
He has a really strong distance between him and any other zombies. There's only 2 in that immediate area, and that is a large area to cover. If he can take these 2 guys out, he might be good for a long time.
Oh, we're just going to miss the zombie as the motorbike goes past him. I don't think he took him out, but what is that one zombie doing on the south of the map? He wants to get into the circle and survive, but here we are, the Sosnovka military base. Kingman has arrived, the lone survivor on the Viva La Dirt League human squad. He's going to get a lot of loot here. No humans here to compete for loot, no zombies. The entire military base is his playground.
That's right. He's going to be able to armor up, get some good weapons, hopefully some extra weapons to be able to take out.
Hopefully some healing. Look at his health.
No, he'll be fine. I think he won't. He just needs to not get hit. It'll be all good.
The only cowards need a little bit more health or armor for that matter, but he's got off the bike. He's going to go into the apartments here at the military base. Plenty of great loot here, and he's also got plenty of time, right? The circle is going to be a factor. Eventually the zombies are going to know where he is because it's the only possible place for him to be, and they will find him. So, again, we start off with a bit of a quiet moment, but he has to find healing, he has to find armor, he has to find more ammo to stand a chance. This is one man against 78 zombies. Does he do it? He picks up the pan.
He was looking at it for a while. He was trying to figure out if he wanted it or not, but he absolutely did. Good move, I'd say. And I just want to commend Kingman on his vehicular mechanics. He did a very good job. One, he found 2 vehicles. 2, he maneuvered them very well. He didn't take too much damage, and he ended up, finding his way all the way to the military base relatively well. And, his other teammates didn't. He did find the health kit, though. Here we go.
Yeah, he's found the first aid kit, which should heal him a significant amount, and he does have the painkillers as well, of course. Most healing items are only going to heal you to 75% of your health, but using painkillers or the energy drink will heal you above 75%, so it's crucial that he has both of them to get to full health. But he's going to have to start finding some more armor. He's got a helmet to protect against the punches to his dome, but body armor is going to be where it's at as well.
There's a few zombies now just dying off, and I believe that might be just because of the circle closing in. It's just started 2 minutes 44 before it comes into the next set line. Now, what does Kingman have to find here to stand the best chance? What guns is he going to be looking for?
It's going to depend on where he decides to hunker down, right? If he wants to hide up inside a building, inside a bathroom, like Alan might suggest, you're going to want a shotgun, right? And you're going to want plenty of ammo, and you're going to want a few modifications to make it so that you can reload faster. That's the most important thing. Shotgun's great in close quarters, but in my opinion, you get cornered way too easily by the swarm. So what you're going to want to do is go out in the open as well. That's another option. And for that, you want your rifles. You want to be able to turn around, pop a zombie in the head, and rifle is the best way to do that.
And as we saw before, there was only about 2 zombies sitting inside the military base area.
For now.
There was. And I use that as a past tense because looking at the map, there is a huge swarm coming in from both sides, and they're all heading in straight towards his location. Some of them have been taken out by too far outside the circle area, but VLDL Kingman needs to hunker down. Now, I'm not sure if he's aware, but he's actually very close to a zombie.
Well, I guess we'll find out. And the other thing to think about is the zombie aware that the very prize he's playing for is nearby as well? Kingman, okay, he's getting... This is the encouragement that the team needs.
This is what true team does for each other. Look at him, he's giving him a pep talk, making sure those muscles are nice and relaxed, keeping his head in the game, not distracting him at all.
And look at it, it's worked.
That's
sort of, there he goes. Now,
there we go, he finished him off.
Good work on not wasting ammo on taking the downed zombie. You've already taken away the threat. There's no worry. Zombies cannot be brought back to life. They've already died twice. Do you really deserve a third chance? But look, now he is basically alone in the military base. Yes, the swarm will eventually get here, but he's full health. He's got multiple healing items. He's got 2 great guns as well, because remember, you don't have to pick just one. You can pick a rifle and a shotgun for those different situations.
That's very true. Now we're just seeing him sort of set up. He's still looking for particular items here. We're going to see what he can find, see what he can pick up. He's taking as much health packs as he can, getting as much ammunition, everything he needs to stay alive as much as he can. But when the swarm arrives...
They're arriving.
He's taken 1 zombie out, only 74 left to go.
So every zombie on the map is going to see, hey, there's a downed zombie on my map in the military base. Maybe something's going on there. And you can already see a squad of zombies. I'm going to call it a squad because it's not quite the swarm just yet. They are heading towards him. They know roughly the vicinity he's in because, of course, he could have moved. But remember, there's also the swarm coming from the northwest as well, across that bridge, the same way Kingman himself came into the base. He's going to have to fight hard and hunker down in here.
And you can see the zombies coming through just to the south of him, walking through those buildings. I'm assuming methodically checking most of the rooms, trying to find him. Can't quite determine where he might be. Like you said, he could have moved off the body and he could be in that position, but he's done well to conceal his position so far.
This is tense right now. We've had, like I said, a brief moment of pause where Kingman can loot up. He's taken out 1 zombie in that time, right? It's been pretty quiet for him, but peace only lasts for so long. As like you said, The swarm of the squadron of zombies has found they've gone through one building. There's only 2 buildings in his vicinity, and then of course there's the swarm.
Look, what he needs to do is he needs to take them out before they accumulate too much in numbers. Sure, there's maybe 7 or 8 of them in that little group now, but if you take them out before the secondary group arrives, you're at least going to stand the chance. There is so many zombies filtering into this military base
he sees
now.
them. He sees them now. He knows where he's got to go, but there's no escape from the top of the roof apart from jumping off. There's no doorway down. Has he cornered himself? He's going to get a few shots. Yeah, he might kill a few zombies. He might kill 50, but it only takes 1 to punch him down to death.
They have to go up the stairs, though, so if he sits at the top of the stairs, are they all going to run up? Is he going to be able to take them out?
They should really honestly just start stacking up. You've got to get the power of the swarm going on, but they're all starting to move and they're blocking the way. There's so many zombies. He has to jump over them, and now he's got to run for it.
I don't know why he didn't hold his position there. The staircase would have been a great way for him to take out a large group of the zombies. There's not that many of them left. Even though there's 69 still left alive, a lot of them are outside the military base. He would have been able to take out a large chunk there. But now he's in the open, they're able to just harass him, swarm him, and then just barraging him with zombie punches.
But remember, he had all that time in the military base to loot up, get all that healing, and he's got so much ammo to go with as well. So he's able to take out a lot of zombies, but you've got to be careful. Every time you've got to stop to reload. You cannot sprint. You have to cancel your reload, and eventually you're going to have to get the ammo. The stress on his teammates' faces. They are worried for their legacy here in this match. He's taken out more zombies than the entire team did in the first round. Kingman is going hard.
He is. He's doing well to keep on his toes. The zombies are building up. If he can start to pull them out. Oh, he's been taken out. They were just too many, too fast. He still did a good job.
That was a round of zombies, and like we said before, it's all about what you learn from round number 1. And they learned a lot. They did an amazing job in that one. Kingman specifically, getting on that motorbike and going for the heroic exit all the way to the military base. We saw how good it was, that he was able to get so much ammo, so much healing, but eventually the swarm overruns you. Like you said, maybe he should have stayed in that stairs position so that he could get a lot of kills on those zombies.
Well, if the learning curve is anything to go by, if they choose to do another round of zombies, I'm hoping we're going to see some really cool things. The ones we learned from there, they used a similar tactic for the deploy, but then the vehicles, obviously a huge factor by drawing the zombies out and then rushing back inside the circle. And it managed to keep Kingman alive for a really long time. But they need to be more coordinated in that final effort to be able to do a real final stand.
Yeah, but I mean, imagine if they had all 3 members in that final moment, right? They would have had 3 fully geared, assault rifled up members of Viva La Dirt League, and that could have made them last for a very long time. But we do have Dwan once more standing by with Viva La Dirt League to see how they went in round number 2 of Zombie Mode.
Yes, welcome back in again. Armageddon is packed. People are pouring into it. What a good game, I must say. So everyone on the stream, it is on fire out there. Cheerboy, the boys were looking nervous. They were talking through. He did a pretty good job, I must say. But of course, we've got 5 of the other players that are going to get a goodie bag. We'll see if they're available. Come on out, guys. Well done. So let's start with yourself. Talk us through what was the experience like inside the gaming pod.
Oh, it's quite nice to run it with a good PC for once. Yeah, I mean, it was a bit of a running simulator, but once you saw the action, it was quite exhilarating because you know that that's the only guy alive and you want to get a piece. So, yeah, it's quite fun.
And what about you, mate? Do you enjoy your experience here?
Well, running around and I just see him killing everybody in the field and people just swarming him with like bees, just dying.
And is this the first time you've played the zombie mode yourself, mate?
Yeah.
And what did you think of it? Obviously, it was like about 97 versus 3 Viva La Dirt guys.
I didn't get much action, but it seemed like it could be a good game mode.
Yeah, and what were your thoughts on the mode? Obviously, good fun playing against the Viva La Dirt guys up here at Armageddon.
Yeah, it was really cool. It was a lot of running, though. I felt like I was just constantly looking for them.
They were running, that's what I said. That was not a strategy. They were scared. I think they were scared. Were they scared?
I imagine they would have been.
I would be scared. Look, yeah, that was heavy. But hey, congratulations. Thank you very much for joining us up here. We'll give you guys a little goodie bag from our good friends at Logitech G. Head back to the desk. We've still got one more game to come. So for everyone out at home on the stream, we are about to jump back into another one. For everyone at Armageddon here in the arena, we are looking for another 5 players to jump up and take on the Viva La Dirt boys. Back to you guys on the desk.
Thanks very much, Dwan. And we are looking for 5 more players at Armageddon, but we're also looking for more people to join the game from home. We've got the custom server going up once more, and the name is Armageddon with VLDL, and the password to get in is thepan99, all lowercase, all one word. And we get another round of zombies. Arcadian, this is what you asked for.
We are going to see the epitome of the VLDL game here, I feel. Round 1, they did pretty poorly, but they learned
harsh.
things.
No,
the deploy was great, you know, they did fantastic. They only managed to kill maybe 10 zombies. This time, Adam alone, VLDL Kingman, managed to take out, I'm going to say 20 by himself. It was, you know, they did a really great final stand. Moving into the next round, I have faith that the best player in the world of PUBG, VLDL Sorak, is going to do something. Just anything
Just
would be nice.
something.
It would be nice to see him do anything other than run and die. No, but it'll be great to see. And so I think that's the strategy. They're going to land again, take the same start, but instead of sort of leaving one man behind and then coming back from making that hesitation, pulling away, finding a vehicle, baiting the zombies out, we've learned a lot over the last 2 rounds. And so it'll be interesting to see what happens.
I think what probably happened after that game is Adam stood by and he said, guys, military base rules. There's so much stuff in there. We can go in there, get so much guns, so much ammo, and all the armor and healing that we need. So I wouldn't be surprised if they dropped straight into the military base and just tried to hole up there, because very likely you're going to get enough weaponry to take out the few early zombies that you might be worried about, and then eventually the swarm's going to notice where you are. So that's the time when you're going to be fully geared up, you're going to have all the healing and the opportunity to run away. Maybe they'll find a vehicle early on, but in any case, I think they're going to go to military base.
It could be the key. It could be the go play. I mean, but in saying that, you run the risk of having so many zombies wanting to land there because you know how valuable of an asset it is. Although, in saying that, the last 2 games, almost no one's landed in military base, and so it could be a good work.
Okay, and guys, we will be back very shortly. We're just setting the lobby up one more time. Its name is Armageddon with VLDL, and the password is thepan99. Try and join it for us. We've had full lobbies the last 2 games. Let's get another one. We're going to be back after a short 2-minute break. Yes, hello and welcome back to the Logitech G Esports Arena here at Auckland Armageddon, where we've got a different game going on every night. On Friday night tonight, though, we've got PlayerUnknown Battlegrounds. My name is Matt Smite Ross. I've got here Jonathan, the Pan Arcadian Jansen, and it's been one heck of a ride. We've done zombie mode the last 2 rounds of Battlegrounds, and man, Viva La Dirt League, our special guests of the night, they've been getting better and better.
They have been. I mean, round number 1, I think they took out maybe 10, 8 zombies.
Yeah, if they're lucky.
Yeah, but I mean, to be fair, in all things considered, credit where credit is due, I think they were starting about against 88 zombies versus just the 3 of them. And so second round, they did even better. They took out 20, 30 of them. And, you know, we're about to kick off into the 3rd round to see what they've learned, to see what they can do, and let's see how well they can perform.
Yeah, and you can actually see on your screen there, they've also got No Hands NZ in the booth. He's a Twitch streamer, a Kiwi Twitch streamer, who actually plays with no hands. Like, literally, his name is legit, right? And he's actually really good at it, considering the fact that he's got no hands. He's probably better than me, and I've got 2 hands, right? Like, this guy is actually really entertaining to watch, and you always see him in Rowan's stream as well. But we've got the game ready to go, as you can see on your screen. We've got plenty of people, and this is once more round 3 of zombie mode in PlayerUnknown Battlegrounds. Viva La Dirt League, can they improve on their last score?
And it's one of the modes you don't often get to play. I mentioned earlier, game, or it's a limited game mode you sort of have to ask the developers to get into, because PUBG or PlayerUnknown Battlegrounds itself is still an early access, sort of early release game. It's still being developed and changed every week. And so this mode is very, very new. And Viva La Dirt League have the chance to be the humans, which is an even rarer situation. We have got just the 3 of them versus 93 other zombies by the look of it right now. And they're going to see how well they can do. Foreshadowing right now.
Yeah, a lot of foreshadowing. We've seen that quite a lot before, but once we get out of that plane, though, it's a completely different story. Of course, right now we're just in the lobby part of the game, so eventually the plane's going to come and scoop all these players up in 1 minute, and everyone, including the zombies, are going to parachute out onto the island. The last 2 games, we've seen Viva La Dirt League, the human survivors, take an early parachute and fly as far across the map away from the zombies as they can. But as I was theorizing before, there's No Hands on your screen right there, in the same booth with Viva La Dirt League as well. But yes, so I reckon this time Viva La Dirt League are going to drop into a military base, get as much loot as possible, maybe book it after them with a vehicle, but I reckon that's the place to be.
Well, we're going to find out. For a lot of these zombies right now is the closest they're ever going to get to VLDL while waiting in the lobby. Once they get onto the aeroplane and parachute out, it is really just a matter of trying to track them down and find out where they are. And VLDL have been doing a fantastic job of really cloaking their location of where they're going to be dropping and avoiding a lot of attention out of the aeroplane, which is key to be able to take the time to loot, set yourself up, and be able to really push through. So, VLDL saw it going for a swim in the lobby. Just about to start the game.
It's nice to go for a swim sometimes. We do have Dwan standing by with No Hands NZ himself. Let's see how he's going.
Yeah, boys, we're here with No Hands NZ himself, inside here with the Viva La Dirt boys. Man, look, they were run last time. So what are you saying to the guys?
Oh, mate, it's all just about the coaching, the teamwork. They need to focus on the teamwork. Getting better guns earlier on, I think, is going to help them. And it's just praying. A lot of prayer is about all we've got for these guys at the moment.
And when you look at it spawning and it's basically 3 versus 97 zombies, there's not a lot of real hope.
Yeah, no, none at all. And apparently all those fingers don't do them any good either. They still keep hitting the Windows keys and all sorts of excuses. That's all I'm hearing.
It's all excuses for these boys, No Hands. So look,
we can do better, I swear. We can do better.
They're saying they can do better. They're out of the. They're on. The shoots are ready to go. So you want to give them a big shout out and say, "Let's go."
Let's go, boys.
Let's go. Back to you guys.
That's No Hands NZ himself there, and you know the no excuses I like from him there because his Twitter name is actually No Hands, No Excuses. Because as I said, this guy is actually incredibly good at games considering the situation. But now we can see once more that's the early parachute strategy. No military base for the humans.
No, and they are spreading out a little bit just to make themselves look inconspicuous enough for them to come together just at the last moment as they get lower, close to the ground, to come into one zone, if they do choose to. We haven't seen them spread out yet, but I don't think that would be a very effective strategy. VLDL Sorak about to interject with one of the zombies' parachutes. He's actually finding himself in between two humans, which is quite rare for a zombie.
Yeah, intense focus coming out from Kingman himself there. Now, as you said, one zombie did intercept them, and if one zombie is there, he can let his mates know anyone he's playing with on the zombie team, and then they'll start heading in the direction of Viva La Dirt League, and then more zombies are going to notice, hey, look, some of those guys are moving along as well, and we're going to start heading in their direction. It's kind of a snowball effect, and the whole swarm eventually moves as a hive mind. We actually saw it in the kill feed as well. One of the zombies died by falling, which means maybe his parachute got caught in a tree or something. So that's... I'm not going to lie, that's a feels bad man moment.
That's a pretty bad way to take for your second death, especially, to die like that. Now, it looks like they're actually taking the same town that they landed in last round. They obviously were quite happy with the location, heading towards the bridge, possibly looking for some early vehicles.
They've seen the Holy Grail, the Dacia, but a zombie's landing in front of it, so he might take a little bit of damage before he gets to the car, but they're near a bridge once more. The circle's on the south side of the map once more around the military base, and I'm not sure where that zombie has gone. They waited for the whole squad this time. Oh, my lord. That is a lot of hats.
That is, if VLDL lose, he will eat his hat, and he has a lot of them. All right, now they're heading off towards the top of the map.
If people literally kill more zombies than that guy is wearing hats, then I think that's an achievement.
Yeah, that is true. That would be an achievement. All right, so we're seeing all three of them. They've all chosen female avatars in this game.
Yeah, that's their characters.
They're characters.
But so they're in this car now, Arcadian, right? And cars might feel like they're invincible in this mode, right? You know, zombies, they're never going to catch up with the car. They don't know how to operate one themselves. They know how to operate parachutes, but not doors or cars, apparently. But the car does run out of fuel eventually. And you've also got the circle closing on you eventually as well. So there's a lot of things to consider. The car's great to get away early, but eventually the circle catches up with everyone.
Now, it's actually interesting because it looks like they're heading towards the opposite direction of where the circle's coming through. They could be turning around trying to find their roads, but they were heading northeast, and they need to be heading southeast. They need to be heading down towards where the circle is, maybe in towards the military base, but they're heading really far out, possibly to lure the zombies away. Unsure.
Yeah, you'd think they'd go straight to military base, where the circle is, by the way, but they're going to go up to Georgia Pole. Now, remember, the circle does take a while to start closing in, so there's not too much worry, especially with the fact that they've got a car. You can see it's already about halfway down with fuel. So they're going to go here, get a lot of easy loot. Remember, the zombies aren't going to be here. They've got a lot of easy loot to pick up, a lot of guns, but it's important to get all of that ammo, so they're going to have to go through multiple buildings. That zombie's already taken a bit of damage already. I don't know who from, probably from himself jumping off a building or something.
He just doesn't feel too great about himself sometimes. A bit of it. And so they're looking to ammo up. This would be a great place. A lot of these storage containers contain different loot boxes, essentially, where they can armor up, get some health, get some ammo, possibly some good guns. Taking No Hand's advice from earlier, wanting to get those strong weapons early, and if they can, take them, get back into their car and head back southward. It might just work in their favor. Already, though, I think this is looking like a lot more organized, coordinated VLDL than we saw in the first round.
This time, though, the hive mind hasn't spotted out where Viva La Dirt League is, and that's pretty much due to the fact that they had a car and they booked it kind of like cowards, I'm going to say. Like Dwan was saying when he was on stage with them before, it wasn't bravery. That was just being cowards, right? That was being scared. But look, eventually they're going to have to face the zombies. They're going to have to face the swarm. The circle closes in on everyone, but they are lucky this time that the swarm isn't closing in on them early. By this time, in the previous 2 rounds, they were getting swarmed already, and I believe it was Sorak was left behind by his teammates, and he was running away probably for about a full 5 minutes.
And I mean, it's interesting. It's going to be interesting to see. A lot of the hive is going towards the military base. Some of them are already there. So if they had chosen to parachute into them, we would have been seeing a repeat of the last 2 rounds. But now they're taking their time to loot this area, and they will need to start moving quickly, because if they don't, then the circle is going to be their main enemy.
Definitely right. I mean, I was just about to say, look, these crates that they're standing on top of looks great, because one of the best ways to get there is by jumping. You can shoot the zombies as they're jumping. It's still open, so you can see everything coming, but all of that strategy is just out in the bin because this is outside of the circle, right? They have to move from it. They can't just stay there. You can see there's the circle all the way in the south of the map. A few zombies already have taken damage, and like you said, a lot of them have gone to the military base. So look in the circle, right? All the towns that are in the circle are already infested with zombies. So eventually, these guys are going to go to one of those towns and find they've got to deal with a bit of a problem.
And yeah, that's exactly right. They're also going to find that they're most likely only going to get the chance of what they pick up right now is what they're going to be carrying for the rest of the round, because they won't have the time to stop and loot, especially with the circle closing. It's just about to start. They need to really, I'd think, hurry up and get in the car and start heading back towards inside the circle.
Yeah, luckily they don't have to go for the cross-country run because they did pick up that Dacia, the car, so they will be able to make it to the circle with not too many issues, and they have already looted quite a lot of guns. Hopefully they've gone for the modifications as well. I mean, they're not as important as they are in the main mode. You don't need an 8x scope to snipe a zombie. You just need a lot of ammo and even more ammo.
Rate.
To be honest, ammo is really the most important thing in this mode.
No, absolutely. And I think that they might be looking at heading back towards the vehicle. They've all sort of geared up, and now we're going to see a more proactive approach. They're going to be getting in a vehicle, and they're going to be the ones chasing the zombies down. We have one little zombie up on the top right-hand corner who just looks like he's given up. He's quite content. He might have found the little stream that he's just sitting in.
Maybe he's fishing.
Maybe, yeah,
because,
he could be. Absolutely. It's
because,
nice.
I mean, look, greetings, but it might be an all right day for fishing up some fish.
Who knows? And it looks like VLDL are on the move, heading down on the cross-country back towards the area, trying to maintain the integrity of the car. Like you said, they're not invincible.
They're still looting, though. Like, they're not driving towards the circle just yet. They're saying, boys, we need more ammo, we need better guns, and, you know, Kingman might need some pants.
Yeah,
but
you're right.
They are actually still looting. You can see right now, blue circle starting to close on in. Doesn't kill you as soon as it gets there, so you do have time to get over to the circle, but like we said, these guys have a car, they can outdrive the circle, they're faster than it, so they should still get there in time, but like you said, eventually your mindset has to be towards getting to that circle.
Now let's just take a second and put ourselves in the mind of the zombies right now. They're all inside the circle. They're looking around going, where are these guys? There is no way that they would be in the top corner of the map looting. They have to be in one of these buildings. All the zombies are concentrated in this one area, and they haven't found anything.
And that's why I love the strategy, right? It's so counterintuitive. You think, surely you go where there's a ton of loot within the circle and just hunker down, but these guys, they're still, okay, they're not stopping and looting, they're just getting a second vehicle, probably due to the fact that they might run out of fuel, but they're also splitting up a little bit here. Now, the thing about vehicles, right, is they're very loud. And so these zombies are going to start hearing these vehicles when they're not even on the same screen, right? Vehicles alert enemies in the normal mode very, very easily. Zombies, though, as soon as they know, more and more zombies start knowing. But look, again, I keep saying it, but I'm going to keep harping on about it. The circle is still closing.
That's very true. Now, the next interesting thing that we need to think about is that as VLDL start to head inside the circle safe zone, the zombies will have already, I'm going to say, ransacked these towns. They're all going to really have checked them. They're all going to really have think that they're not there, and they're going to be able to be a safe haven for VLDL to hide out. I've already been to this town, been to this building, they're not here. How could they have gotten around us? We were never
The other thing about that, though, is that when zombies clear buildings to search for people, they have to break down every door. So people at Dirt League are going to arrive to a bunch of towns with a bunch of buildings with no doors. So Alan's camp in the bathroom strategy is not going to be as easy as it sounds, right? You're going to be sitting there with the open door. Sure, it's a good choke point, but as every good choke point in a building does go, you can get cornered so easily. So it has been a bit of a quiet start to this game. No doubt about that at all. A lot of these zombies are probably scratching their heads thinking like, come on, these guys have got to be here eventually. But the nature of PUBG is that everyone does eventually meet in the middle of that circle.
You can just see they're moving through a red zone right now. It'd be very unlucky to be hit by anything, but they're just on their way out, and it looks like they're going to be safe. Just inside the circle, they might choose to stop and see if they can find any more loot waiting for the next circle to come through. But so far, it's proven to be an effective strategy for survival. probably an effective strategy for confusing what brains the zombies have left, but I'm not so sure about how it's going to help their odds on how many zombies they end up killing.
This is actually one of the few towns that the zombies haven't already infested, so luckily for Viva La Dirt League, all the doors are still intact. If they really wanted to hide, they could do it here. It is on the edge of the circle, so it's safe, but only safe for this circle. Unless the next circle is still including this area, they're going to have to leave this pretty soon. The first circle is moments away from closing. You can see it on the map there. And now, once it closes, we're going to see where the second circle is. And already on the minimap, you can see these guys have to move once more.
And it's starting to come through, and they are going to run out of potential vehicles coming in, but they do have a lot of ammo, a lot of guns, a lot of armor, and it's going to be a completely different approach. Last 2 rounds, they were always trying to spin while running. They were on the defense. They were on the, they were being attacked on. They were playing very reactively. This time, they're going to have the opportunity to basically come from where the zombies aren't expecting them. They're going to be able to take out the edges and slowly kill them, working their way back in towards the military base, where we're hoping to see a giant free-for-all. Some of the zombies are just dying outside the play zone. They haven't managed to make it back in yet. I think that was our lone friend just way out on the edge. He's finally left the game.
He was pretty far. He was too far. That's the problem.
He was. I think he was content with his fate, though. He laid down. He'd had enough. He'd had a hard life.
Okay, Ark. Back to the mind of a zombie right now. If I was a zombie and I'm trying to esports the heck out of this, I'm gonna say to all the other zombies, like, we're gonna be in the same area. We're gonna clump up, because the easiest way for these guys to win is to pick off a few zombies at a time. And if the zombies aren't all together, if they're all spread out through different towns, then Viva La Dirt League, they're going to be able to pick off a few at a time, and they're going to be okay. Now, they're playing around on the edge of the blue circle here, but it's a blue circle and not the white circle. White circle is really where you want to be.
So the thing is, putting myself back into the zombie, if we group up, then it's going to be less likely we will find out where they are. Because that's what they're essentially trying to do, right? If you're a zombie, you've been running around for ages trying to figure out where these guys are. You're raiding buildings, you're checking rooms, and you can't find them. And that can be frustrating. That's your main objective. Find them and get the hive mind mentality to really take them out. But if they all group up, they're not searching very much area. And they've already assumed that they've searched this complete outer perimeter, and they have to be closing in on their perimeter. But BLDL are playing a very smart game, and they're just teetering on the outside of that circle.
Yeah, back into the vehicles that they go. They will go towards that white circle, but, they lucked out in the first circle. They found a town that wasn't already filled with zombies. But as the circle gets smaller and smaller, there are going to be more and more towns that are still filled with zombies. And, I talk about, you want to find those small packs of zombies and take them off. These small packs are still going to be 10 to 15 zombies at the least. And, you might, maybe there's a pack of 1 zombie in the dock town there. But most of these packs are going to be about 10 to 12, and that's still going to be a bit of a threat. You still run the risk of taking some damage, of getting knocked out, getting taken down. So they still have to play cautiously.
So if you take a look at the map as a whole, like we saw earlier, heading into the military base, they're only going to see 1 zombie near the bridge, 1 on the bridge, 3 on the east side. They don't actually have that many numbers on this outer perimeter. They're going to make their way in. They're going to see their first one here. I feel like he's going to become roadkill.
This poor guy.
Oh, there he goes.
Has been running around for a very long time, looking for Viva La Dirt League, and he just gets driven over. Are they going to turn around and get that guy? No, okay, they leave him alone.
There's not just 1, there's 2 or 3 of the zombies there, and they've seen all of them come through, and they're going to get out and decide to take them out, because this is going to be a pretty key choke point that they want to hold.
Yeah, I mean, look, they do have to stop and take these zombies out. I mean, they don't win the game until every single zombie is dead. This guy is trying to play a bit of hiding here, but honestly, it's just too hard. They're the ones getting swarmed now, so Viva La Dirt League employing the zombie strategies against them.
Unfortunately, the zombie that they tried to turn into roadkill earlier was not fatally injured, and so the zombie friends...
now he is.
Well, he wasn't for long enough, and now the zombies know where they are. They can see the action going down, and they're moving towards the bridge. This is going to be the first small swarm they're going to see. Still not too many of them. They're collected enough to be able to have a pretty good chance. We're going to see how this goes.
Yeah, I mean, I like the strategy on the bridge here. The zombie, I mean, he's doing the wiggle. That's great if you're a human, right? But you eventually have to swarm Viva Dirt League. You have to swarm the humans here. So either run at the guys or don't be seen. Don't be shot at. If you're being shot at and you're not running at Viva Dirt League, then it's not very likely you're going to survive to take them out.
Now, unfortunately, it looks like the zombies, are running in almost one by one. Not the strategy you want to employ. They're doing a really great job of holding both sides of the bridge.
They've actually split up, and I believe one of Viva Dirt League has actually been taken down on the south side of the bridge. Now you can see Kingman is still on the bridge, so he's going to start coming over and helping out his mate. But as you can see, he's had to deal with quite a few zombies, so they are still on the bridge. They've got the vehicle there still to get away if they need to. I think they're going to be okay, but it looks like they were almost a bit too split up.
Kingman's doing a good job of holding that bottom side, and they've got 2 to hold the top of the bridge. And it looks like it's working so well. I thought that maybe VLDL was in trouble there, but nope, the zombies seem to be taken out. And they've still got the vehicles on the bridge as well. They're creating a nice little bit of cover, and I think their plan might be to try and pull the zombies in to either side of the bridge and use it as a choke to take them out.
Yeah, and look, you can already see a zombie or two moving away on the hillside there in the horizon. I think Footman's seen him, and he's going for it. He wants to take him out. He wants to go cross-country.
Oh, here we go. He's going to go straight into a whole swarm of them over the hill.
There's heaps here.
This is some dangerous driving. I think he might underestimate the amount of zombies that are on this hill, because if I was him and I knew that, I would have stayed in the vehicle. The zombies playing a little bit of hide and seek behind the rock.
I mean, this is quite funny as well to watch, but it's also very good for the zombies because it's given him time for his mates to show up, and already Footman is on half of his health. He's already jumped back into the car. A moment of heroism, but straight away, as soon as danger is nearby, he jumps back into the car.
Look, and even though he might have lost a little bit of health there, there's 3 less zombies he has to worry about. And he's going to be able to get back and heal up with all the supplies he had from the town earlier and everything they've raided on the way through. But look, this is a much more coordinated VLDL.
Remember, they've also got the coaching of No Hands NZ in the booth with them. Maybe that's the whole difference. I mean, I'm sure we'll get a few words with them after this. But look, a few zombies here and there. This is not the swarm strategy that we should be seeing out of the zombies right now. Now remember, they don't have voice comms. These zombies can't communicate to each other, so they can't say, stop running in, guys, one at a time. We need to group up. It's not like your average game of Overwatch. You're going to have to just rely on the fact that all your zombies... There's the coach for VLDL there, making sure they know what to do. No Hands NZ himself.
Now,
check out a stream.
Once a zombie, let me ask you a question. Once a zombie is knocked down, do they have the chance to be revived by their fellow zombies, or are they essentially out?
No, I don't believe zombies have the intelligence to resurrect someone from a bullet wound to the head, especially if you've already died once.
No medical knowledge.
You don't deserve a third chance, right?
Oh, this is interesting. As you can see on the map now, all of the zombies are heading out of the military base, a large swarm of them towards the bridge. They know the action is going down, and they're coming out. Nobody O10 in the bottom corner drowned. Turns out the zombies can't swim so effectively, and we can see Footman now heading away from the bridge into one of the near towns.
Heading away from the bridge and heading away from his teammates as well. So yes, he might find a bit of loot in the buildings. That's great. That's fine. But unfortunately, if any zombies spot him, they're going to start swarming towards him. One zombie finds him, the rest start following that zombie, and again, that snowball happens. So he has to be very careful. There's actually, I believe, one zombie in the town with him, and I think they're running up behind him, so he's got to keep his eyes open in the back of his head.
Now, it's interesting. You can see that the VLDL aren't together anymore. None of them have stayed together. They're all split up. I haven't seen the third member of VLDL in a little while on the map, but we've got one in the town. There he is,
He's still on the bridge.
And then we've got one in a vehicle just south of there. And so none of them are together. And we see the one in the vehicle is coming into a giant swarm of them. It's looking pretty bad unless they're trying some sort of strategy here. What we might see is if the VLDL car lures them into the town, they're just going to shoot them down, line them up, and take them out.
It would be a strategy. I mean, look, you can't be on this island and not hear all this commotion right now. Even through your dead ears as a zombie, you'll know where these guys are. And look at the swarm, look at the mini-map, they're all coming in. Yeah, people at Dirt League have killed, like 10, 15 at the most? And yet there's still 71 zombies left. Sorry, 72 zombies left. Maths is hard. But look at them. I'm pretty sure all the zombies are on that mini-map right now, and they're going to start swarming.
I'm looking across at the booth that VLDL are playing in, and it looks like they have a plan. This is a calculated move. They managed to pull all the zombies up. They're taking them all out of the military base, and they're coming onto the bridge.
Finish it.
This has turned into Destruction Derby right here. This is not looking too good for the zombies, but I'm excited to see what they do. Possibly, they could go back onto the bridge, pick the other members up with the car, loop around the top side, back into the military base. They get to reload, re-ammo, and the zombies will have to run all the way back. But they've got them at least in a nice choke point.
Yeah, remember though, that fuel is going to start running out though. You can already see below halfway, reaching a quarter tank full. He's going to pick up his teammate though. Both of the teammates, I believe, actually, who's picking who up? They're actually just going to go back to camping out on the bridge, and this is a great idea. It's a great position. There are only 2 ways the zombies can come from you. Soon to be only 1 with the circle closing. So they have a very easy avenue for the zombies to be taken out. But that swarm... That's the zombie wiggle right there if I've ever seen one.
Now, for those of you who don't know, VLDL have a video on exactly that aspect of, of being able to duck up and down, doing the wiggle and dodging bullets. And there's one lone zombie, it looks like, coming from the back of the bridge, just sitting outside the circle. But right now, I mean, a credit where credit is due. VLDL have done a fantastic job of, structuring this, positioning themselves. Whoa! Look at the zombies behind that car. But they've got no option.
Oh, he knows. He knows he's thrown a grenade. How many is he going to kill in one grenade? They're all gunning for it. I don't think too many died. Actually, no, that's 3 or 4 died in that shot.
That's quite a few. I think about 6 went down. But they can't. They have to run through that open zone. Sitting behind.
This is where you start either gunning for Viva La Dirt League or you just find more cover, right? Because they've got such good line sights on you. This is the strategy. They all need to run at once and try and get them. Do the wiggle as you go. Try and avoid all that gunfire. And this is perhaps the final gunfight. Look on that mini-map. Look at how many zombies are coming along. Everyone in the crowd is tense. It's been a build-up to this right now. This is perhaps the final moments for Viva La Dirt League. They're taking it down to only 50 zombies left, 53 zombies left. They're getting so many kills right now.
And they're doing a great job of taking them out on the bridge. Now, VLDL, Sorak is getting close, but they've managed to run away. There's one coming from behind. There are so many on this bridge. 54 left alive. Not all of them are on this bridge. Looks like they're out of ammo. They're doing a great job of taking them all down. There's not that many left. One still covering fire. And they've got a long way to cover. One of the VLDL members is in trouble. He's down. The zombies are swarming.
The zombies are going wild. I mean, the players themselves are absolutely ecstatic by taking down one of the members of Viva La Dirt League. Only 2 humans are remaining now, but they have beaten their previous score. They've taken down far more zombies than the first 2 rounds. But there's
got them in the leg. 36 left alive, and they've only got one option to run at them down this long gauntlet through the bridge, and they have to try and get in there as a group. If they split up too much, VLDL are going to be able to pick them off too easily. There's 2 members left. We're going to see how this turns out, but chances are it's looking pretty good for VLDL right now if their ammo keeps up.
But that's the thing though, Ark, is how much ammo do they have left? Was the huge amount of looting that they did for the first 15 minutes of the game enough? Do they have enough bullets to take them down? That's a reload of 10 ammo, so surely there's not too much left going down now. They are still taking out. There's only 30 zombies left, but they're already starting to swarm. And look, as soon as they get close, you can't take those close, those precise single shots. You've got to empty your clip, and that's where the ammo starts running out.
And it looks like there's still, is this the last member of VLDL? He's 29 zombies left alive. Sorak is getting to push them down. Lots of single shots, but they're getting close. He needs to get out of the scope. No, there's 2 members left. Footman is still alive. They've gone to the corner, but there's not that many zombies left on the bridge. Sure, there's maybe some spread out, but they're not managing to swarm them very effectively. One behind Sorak right now. He needs to turn around with the spray shot them and do something, but he's just running away.
2 bullets in the chamber, and he's out. He's got to start reloading if he even has any ammo left. He's going for his mate's loot box. No, he can't possibly get that. They're getting surrounded. Sorak is taken down, and that, I believe, was the last member. No, just kidding. Footman is still alive.
With no cover fire, Footman, where were you? But they've done a great job. 24 zombies left. He's jumped off the bridge. He's going for a swim. I don't know if the zombies are going to know. We'll see if they saw his movements. It looks like he's going to be trying to get to a town. They know, for sure. That's where they're heading.
Speaking of the shore, he does need to make it all the way there. Sure, the zombies aren't going to be able to melee him in the water, but he can't fight back either. So the circle will eventually claim everyone. I think Footman knows what's going on, so he's going to get to the shore as soon as possible. But these zombies that have already made it there, they're already ready. They're waiting for him.
Look at him stalking him, ready for him to come up. He's going to need to get out of the water, quickly take out those two. But even then, he's not going to have enough time to loot that city. He's got no ammo left. That's why there was no cover fire earlier. It's all over.
And that's it. And unfortunately, what looked like it could have been the only way out, jumping off the bridge into the ocean, was unfortunately the death of him as he got caught on the shore.
It was just elongating, a sticky situation. It was his only way out. But hey, props to them. They did a fantastic job. 22 zombies left. That was definitely a death gauntlet on the bridge. They managed to take down so many zombies. And considering there was 3 of them versus, 90 zombies, they did a fantastic job only having 20 of them left.
Yeah, I think they did a fantastic job, again, clearly showing learning capabilities from the first 2 games, making sure that they knew what to do. And we could see, loot as much as you can early on, get as much ammo as you can early on, because that's what we saw it come down to. You're out of ammo, you're out of luck. Now, that was the final round, I believe. We do have Dwan standing by, ready with... No, never mind. We're still getting the boys out of the booth. Look, they're still pretty excited about that game, right? I mean, they were close to winning.
Let me throw a hypothetical at you, Matt. If Viva La Dirt League had, instead of chosen to go in the top Georgetown, if they had dropped down to military base and ammoed up there, do you think they would have had enough to survive?
Look, military base is good loot, but when you have the entirety of Georgopol to yourself, that's simply enough ammo, right? So I think they went in with enough preparation, but unfortunately, they got a little bit too swarmed. But Dwan is now ready with the boys from Viva La Dirt League from their most successful zombie run yet.
Yeah, boys, massive night. Thank you very much. We'll be coming back to you very, very shortly. Everybody at home that joined into this melee, that is PUBG at home here in the arena at Armageddon, night number 1 down here in Auckland, New Zealand. Let's bring out the men themselves in the form of Viva La Dirt. Round of applause for those that are there. Jensen also bring out No Hands as well, who was obviously mentoring. You did better, so I think maybe because of No Hands
I think it was
helping you along.
he was giving us little secrets. Yeah. It was real useful, actually.
But seriously, we're about to wrap up the night here. Everyone that's been on the stream, you guys got some words for everyone that's been at home joining in the game, everyone that's been out here at Armageddon?
Thanks for watching.
Yeah, it was so cool to see so many people tuning in so quickly.
And good to actually play with the fans as well. Yeah. Even though you guys dominated us.
And we're really looking forward to getting our own server one of these days so we can host games like this, because this was really freaking awesome.
There is going to be a lot more VLDL zombies.
If you're watching Player Unknown, can we get a damn server? We've applied a few times.
All right, we might be able to do something for you guys. And also, No Hands, how was the experience in there with the guys?
It was great fun. Good to watch them give it a good go. I mean, they've all got all their fingers, but they do their best.
Well, for everybody out there on the stream, it has been massive. Really appreciative to have you guys down here at the LPL Logitech G Arena. Now, I know you guys are going to sign some autographs tonight for those that are there. And also tomorrow, you guys will be back here from, is it 12 till 3 o'clock?
Yeah, 12 till 3 o'clock, signing right down here at LPL stage.
So if you guys are watching us again, come down to Armageddon, come down and see us. The boys will be here dressed up in costumes, signing some autographs. Look, you guys might want to hold that for all the fans at home. These are limited edition special posters that the boys got. There's Adam, Rowan, Alan, that are Viva La Dirt.
We're in the right order on the poster.
There you go, right order, yeah, just by coincidence. So again, head down here. Thank you very much for watching. Thank you very much, Viva La Dirt, for being down here. Really appreciate it. Again, round of applause for these gentlemen. And we'll head back to the desk to wrap this one up tonight.
Thanks very much, Dwan, and thank you to everyone tuning in at Armageddon live or at home from your bedroom as well. It's been a fantastic evening of PUBG with Viva La Dirt League and all the players as well. Zombie mode has been an absolutely fantastic mode to play on. It's the first time a lot of people have even seen it here at Armageddon, let alone had the chance to play it. And of course, Viva La Dirt League showing how it's done on the human team. It's been a blast here. My name has been Matt Smite Ross. Ark, how has it been tonight?
It's been really, really awesome. I mean, it's great to have VLDL here. They're a great bunch of guys interacting with their fans. You know, they say never meet your heroes, but it's fantastic to meet VLDL. And I think that even watching the learning experience with the zombie mode has also been great. You know, where they started off round 1, 2, 3, playing with their fans. I mean, they had almost 100 people in every single lobby coming to play all through the night. And so it was awesome to see the fans here on the stage wearing the merch, getting engaged. I mean, I love it.
I know. I mean, look, it's been a lot of fun watching it as well. I mean, myself, I haven't seen a huge amount of the zombie mode either. So the fact that I'm sitting here commentating it as well as probably one of the first people in the country to actually commentate this style of game in PUBG has been an absolute honor. It has been great to have Arcadian here along with me too. There we go, give a bit of a bow. I'm a little disappointed we didn't see more action from the Pan, but maybe next time we do get this going, we will see more Pan action coming out. But look, it's been a great night. Even the very first mode as well, the squads was great to see as well, even with a few of the hiccups as well.
I mean, it is. But I mean, look, it's only Friday. It's just the first night of the Armageddon weekend. We've got Saturday, Sunday, and Monday with new games coming through. Tell us a little bit more about it.
Yeah, Saturday is the grand finals of High School League Season 2. We've got the Challenger Division, we've got the Premier Division. The best High School League of Legends teams in the country will be here competing on the very same stage for the grand prizes. And then on Sunday, of course, we've got the LPL and Armageddon show with the Street Fighter V One-Day Cup as well. So if you're into fighting games, make sure you catch that. And then finally, on Monday, we've got the LPL GT Time Attack, where you come in, you race on Gran Turismo, get on the top 10 leaderboard with your time trial, and then compete on a race at the end. So it has just been Friday so far, and we've still got so much more to come. Thank you so much for coming, guys. And look, I want to talk about High School League tomorrow, because that is probably one of the biggest things coming out. League of Legends has blown up in the high school scene.
Absolutely, and it's been a huge build-up and journey to get to this road. So High School League was running its second year this year. We've had hundreds of schools from around New Zealand enter. They've battled it out, and now they're going to be competing tomorrow in the High School League final, and I believe the Challenger circuit as well is going to be having their final here. Now, these are guys from high schools, guys and girls from high schools all over the country who have put together their team thanks to Computer Power Plus and Let's Play Live, and they've come together and they're going to be battling it out for the High School League National League of Legends final. We all know League of Legends is one of the most popular games in the world, the arguably most popular game in the world, and it's all going to be happening here at Armageddon starting from tomorrow. But don't worry, if you can't make it to the event, then you can keep up with all the action at Let's Play Live on all the social medias, Twitter, Twitch, Facebook. Follow Let's Play Live to keep up with them, and we'll be here at the Logitech G Esports Arena all weekend.
Yeah, of course, that will be us for Friday night, but like we've been mentioning, we are here every single day of Armageddon with a different game. League of Legends, Street Fighter, GT Sport. You've got it, we've got it here. So make sure you join us tomorrow for the High School League Grand Finals and the rest of the weekends at Armageddon. I've been Matt Smite Ross with Jonathan Arcadian Jansen. We've been here with Viva La Dirt League all night, and it's been fantastic to have you all here. See you tomorrow.